what I'm saying. Like, well, that's perfect, right?
Absolutely.
Far corner. No, sit in the corner.
I don't know about your whiskey.
Not on the corner.
No.
Sit in the
It's not
corner.
open. No one's touching it. I'd like to ask Casey.
All right, yeah, we're good. We're good, I think.
Talk to Ashley.
So I was thinking.
Yeah.
Word.
Brent hasn't even been drinking yet.
I'm just very thirsty.
Hey, I know you're Cajun. This is called an ice maker.
Look at that. It ain't no ice, T. What to tell you?
We got plenty of ice.
Well, you got an ice hatchet. What else are you supposed to use it for?
Dude, I think I ought to wear this. Look,
Please
I ought to tomahawk. By the way. I don't
No,
wear this.
I'm not native.
Look how bad that is. I mean, should I wear like this is so bad.
Oh, I can't believe that was
Look at that. What is that on the back?
We need to hang it on the wall like it's the dump.
We do need to hang that. We do need to hang this like right. Hold on. Hey, get those knives out. Get those knives out like this. This is our first jersey, man.
This was the first jersey.
Don't mess up our wall. Dude, I can see you. If you bring over these knives and stab my finger. Are you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
It's not even breathing hard. Oh my god. Oh, that's good.
Throw it at him.
No, hold on.
I'm not
Hold on. God dang.
I got one in my hand.
Right. Hold on.
I'm not
Hold
gonna
on.
miss this time.
Where
at? Right there?
Well, we have. I'm flinching already. It's not even.
Oh damn!
You gotta come around to me. They're not broke.
This shit must be.
That jersey's made of steel. How did that not come back and hit me in my eye?
That's not Japanese steel.
What did you got some? Did you get?
That was some of those hooks they used to sell at
Dude,
Walmart.
this
What were
thing-
they called? Kisamis?
This is a Gemini jersey, man. It's like it is. It's
Made of steel.
bulletproof.
Hey man, they don't make jerseys like that.
What are you coming with now?
Samurai.
Get an owner hook.
I'm just gonna,
Another one?
Yeah, man, it's cool. All right, I'm gonna take it easy. I went against the grain. That's what happened.
You gotta cut around the meat.
Oh man.
Oh,
Okay,
that
that's
works.
good.
Yeah.
Now what I got is this corn. I got a corn.
Did you have a spatula?
That's his ice ballot.
Money.
Why didn't you put the hole inside out? See what you get. No.
Huh?
No, because it's not gonna look as good.
Tell him, huh?
It's not. I'm not gonna drink the whole thing. I'm gonna fix me a cup. Man, I've been driving, dude. I need something to sleep in.
It's what?
Look, Joey never knew what was up. Plus, Joe owes me a drink.
His back was hurting, man.
It's off camera, man. God dang, it's frozen.
It's that ice.
Is that
Hold on. He's gotta have
It's a
his
scientific fact that
Hey.
gumbo freezes colder.
He's gotta have his friend though too. His eagle. Eagles and Sasquatches roll together.
Sasquatches, that's a monkey.
That's his agent.
No, that's Sasquatch. That's
Joe is
Joey's
Sasquatch.
agent.
They run together because eagles are the lookouts for Sasquatches, and they don't like. I'm just telling you.
They're well, no.
No, because like seriously, like Sasquatches in the wild and stuff.
That
like,
ain't a Sasquatch, that's a monkey.
I know. I don't care about that. What
It's
I'm
a
telling you is,
juvenile squatch.
out in the wild, Sasquatches like that's how they hide from everyone and
So
know
that
what's going
eagle
on.
is protecting Joey right now?
No, eagles go out there and look, and that's their protection for Sasquatches. They look around and watch stuff. Did you not know
It's
that?
like their eyes, man.
Yeah, so it's their eyes.
Like a scout.
They scout around for them. This
Like-
is
it's
common
like
knowledge.
It's like panoptics for squatches.
Yeah.
In today's terms.
It's not panoptics in today's terms, it's live scope.
Well, it's more like side imaging. Yeah. No, it's nothing.
No, if you got them circling.
Yeah, it's not side. Yeah, they go
It's
everywhere.
360.
It's like
360. That's Hummingbird, because you know.
Hummingbird. That's Hummingbird. I got it 360.
I ain't sponsored.
Brent
have
don't
no
care.
allegiance. I have no allegiance.
Oh, I thought you had an eagle. You would have an eagle on
Sponsored
your.
by the U.S. of A, son.
Jesus.
Dude, I was gonna wear my back-to-back World War II
Yeah,
shirt,
that's so good. But
And
you have to go full out.
and I was gonna wear I was really close to going mustache. So close.
I had a good one going.
I grew it thick and everything.
You'd have
but
fit in better in this neighborhood.
I would have.
All right.
You
So
and Lynn,
kid.
you and Lynn could have been like father and son.
Man, he's probably got some jerseys that would fit me. You
He's only got one.
Like that vintage. Get this thing out of here.
Ask him something
they
like.
wouldn't let you get rid of it?
And my wife said it was smelly.
It's some
That was
red
in your
dirt.
house?
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened. It was here, then it ended up there.
Wore it home.
Maybe you were at my house. I didn't know. Oh man, but I just like get it out, bring it to the camp where it belongs.
Dude, it was here all along. It's never been anywhere but here.
No man, I had that jersey.
You must have worn it.
Yeah, you know.
He wore it home from here. He had to.
You
Did
had
you
to
wear
have
it?
like ran out of clothes and
I
walked
was
home.
out of clothes. Really, I was like,
He was like, I'm gonna
you
I'm
just-
home and
you just had won a big trophy or something. I was
Yeah.
like, maybe it's what
I'm
it
gonna
feels
wear it
like.
home.
Yeah.
I can
That's
see
what
you
really
doing
happened.
I was hoping I run into you and get your autograph.
that. Yeah, I can see you doing that. It has been a while since I've seen you.
It's been a real long time.
Do you remember the last time?
Was it? Was in southern Texas?
I would think
Was
so.
it Falcons?
No,
Was it
that
Falcons?
wasn't that long ago.
No,
That was when we
that was
first
the first
met.
time I met you.
Was it Choke?
No, it was a.
What is this, a pop quiz?
Yeah.
Also,
Listen, I don't know history.
Here,
I
we're
don't
taking
know
tests in
Yeah,
here.
we're taking tests in here.
Text on?
Y'all failed.
It was Texas.
yeah, you won.
Ooh.
Oh, it was for the platinum.
Yeah,
Platinum Trail.
Last time I saw you was platinum.
I got a good
You had that
story.
special doc. Go ahead. What's your special doc story?
Special doc story. Good Samaritan story is what I call it.
That's
Wait,
how
did
you
I?
won.
Wait. I talked about that the last episode about the special doc and him. Tell the story because I didn't tell
No, he
it
had a
right.
magic dog. That's how.
No. But the one he broke off
saw
of in practice.
No. I'll tell you
No,
that
it's a
story.
broke leg.
No.
broke leg.
I tried to tell the story, but
It's
go
a
ahead.
broke leg. So I'm clipping on down the obviously wrong side of a big creek, and I hear this bang, boom, and then this guy's dying. He's obviously about to die. Man, I crank up and I
Oh,
run
not
over there.
that one.
Yeah, man, it's
That's how they
a whole
found
big long
him.
story.
Okay.
So I roll up to this big boathouse.
Yeah, that's
Not that one.
Dude's laid on the ground, come saw. Foot's all in a ladder, screaming, man. Bad messed up. Man, I get out, tie my boat up, I get out, and he fell off a ladder trying to do some electrical on a big dock. Broke his foot. Dude, his
Oh,
boot was
God.
all,
Sideways.
You know what that's like.
yeah, bad.
Falling off. Yeah.
So-
Go
I
ahead.
didn't have a ladder.
So I was looking for his button to push, somebody could save him to run there. So I saved this guy, right?
I'll say this.
He calls his wife, she shows up, I towed him up the walkway, and everything's good. So
You healed him?
I didn't heal him, I just got him to safekeeping. So I'm walking back down and I take a little shortcut through the boathouse to get to my boat where I'm tied up. And there's this giant bass tail hanging out of a 5-gallon bucket. Dude,
Really?
Dude was catching biggins from inside the dock with some live perch. Big old bass hanging out of a bucket. I said, look at that big old. It's a big old bass. Well, I get to my boat and I look down and there's one sitting under the float, like just chilling. I said, huh. So I get in my boat and I troll around the other corner. There's another one sitting under the float. I never even, I just flipped over there. I said, oh, there's some bass here. And that was my practice. I called Kelly. I said, we on them, son.
We on him. I got the dock.
Yeah, I got
Did you
docked.
turn the one boot back out of the 5-gallon bucket?
No, I mean, no, that was man's fit. You don't do that from the boot. You don't mess with somebody else's game. You know, he might have been obviously needed to eat.
It was
And,
going.
you know,
It was going right with that broken foot.
He wasn't gonna be able to fish for his own.
I didn't
for
want
the
that.
next 6 weeks.
yeah, I didn't want that on me, man. You just don't do that. I ain't trying to go to jail.
You can get in there and poach them, but you can't throw them back.
No, I ain't throwing that one back.
Nobody
That's
from
it.
Louisiana's ever thrown one back. Ever.
That one was already probably dead. He was nose, face, like first into a bucket. So yeah, we show up the next day, man. Get the flip and we start way ahead of it. We just wax on them. Catch them good the first day. Second day we go over there. Wait, no, it was a 1 day tournament. It was a
No,
platinum.
two
It was 2
days.
days. Y'all were on stage, all proud. I'm like, God, they crushed them.
Yeah, we crushed them.
Crushed them.
Second day we go back in. First fish, I flip into one of these docks. set the hook and snap. It breaks my line. Like, oh God. So we fish around and we kind of catch them, but we got 4 fish. We got, 15 pounds or something. Well, I kind of go back through that whole set of docks again, and I get to the dock before it. Flip over there to it. Smoke one, it's like 5-6 pounds. I get in the boat and I'm like holding my line, and there's some more line hanging out of it. It's the one that I broke off. It had like 6 feet of line and my hook still in his mouth. Like 4 hours later, it swam 100 yards to the next house.
You know it's your time to win.
That's what I'm saying,
It was
man.
following you.
Yeah. Yeah, he was wrangled up in my property.
You might have been tangled up on your boat.
So that's my.
I forgot about
Hey.
you saving that dude.
Later tonight, you think you can tell me where that dock is? I mean, we're talking about Texas.
I know what dock it is.
No, I couldn't get there if you asked me. I mean, I don't even know the name of the creek, dude. I mean, I know what it looks like.
Cajun, he runs all them canals backwards and forwards. But
Like, it's all right here.
You know what he
All right
can
here.
show you? The trophy.
Todd said, I know where it is.
We had 2 trophies that. You remember? You remember that picture we
We
took?
drank out of the
Because
chalice.
we won Angler of the Year, so we had the same big trophy. So when we rolled back to the camp, we all had me and him
It was
had
a trophy
trophies. They
fest.
had trophies. There was a lot of
We drank out of the chalices.
Y'all drank
Yeah.
out of the trophy?
Oh, 100%.
And they were goblet like
Yeah.
trophies.
They're big
It
ones.
was a chalice.
They were chalices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a chalice.
It was half an urn.
Right.
We didn't even have
Half of an urn.
our Angler of the Year didn't even say nothing on. We didn't even have a plaque. He goes,
It still doesn't.
"Don't worry, we'll send it to
Y'all
y'all."
never got it?
No, we never got that. And what else did we not get? He'll know.
I
What
don't
did we
remember
ask for
anything, man.
years from them?
Some belts, or was it jackets? They were supposed to get us old school.
So we
jackets.
won
They
England
told
the
us.
Year in that trail like 7 years in a row.
Oh yeah.
And so what we wanted was, we're like, hey, can you get us some 1976 blue, like that navy
Shiny.
blue?
Shiny.
Is it vinyl? What it?
It's velvet.
It's velveteen
It's not velvet.
polyester.
Is it velveteen? Is it a velveteen
polyester
blend?
It's
blend.
velvet.
Blend.
It's just velvet.
The
And we
old
were
school
like, look,
jackets, with the and we wanted to put we wanted to get them putting patches on there that said back to back.
So no, we had a conversation when we were like, look, you're gonna keep having these tournaments, we're gonna keep winning them, so you don't have to buy this more flags.
Look, we did.
Make an investment in a jacket, and then all you got to do is just buy us patches.
Listen, and then we were like, hey, and then we were gonna wear them and they were all summer to fall events, right? Like, so we were gonna wear them with no shirt on, just the jacket on stage when we went up there every tournament. And I said, we'll do it.
We did
And
make a pack.
they looked hard for it. They couldn't find the jackets like that
He's lying.
branded.
I think he's lying.
Well, you
You're talking about, I know exactly what you're talking about, like the old letter jackets where they're like,
Yeah, but the dark blue like
No,
that.
man, it was like
that
your
they're
dad's
shiny.
bass fishing jacket.
no,
Yeah.
it's the ones that said Bass Pro Shop on them. Like Bass Pro.
Man,
Well,
it had
Mark used to
mans.
wear them all the time.
Yeah, it would have
yeah.
the little
Yeah.
thing on there that said 8-pounder.
Yeah.
7-pounder. 8-pounder.
Third
And
place.
the wrist was real tight.
Yeah,
It's
1987 third
Yeah,
place.
it had the spun, the
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
something
Like,
like that.
but
They
they were.
were all poofed up.
Yeah. That's what we wanted. But we were gonna unzip them with no shirt on and roll up there in tournaments.
That
Like-
is to
Like with
accentuate
100
your
degrees, 100 degrees outside, just roll up in there in some jackets.
muscles. Greasy hot.
Yeah, back to back.
That's like,
To back,
did y'all
like-
ever watch Fitzpatrick get interviewed when he walked up like that and he had a gold chain on, had one of
Oh,
those old
yeah,
school
yeah.
jackets,
Yeah,
had his chest hair. I mean,
yeah,
just,
that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I got the chest hair for that.
Yeah, I would have just. I'd have gone.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah, you do.
chest hair was a big deal. I mean, it's
say
like
it.
finished
That
out.
kinda-
Say it.
No, man, I ain't trying to do that. We're not trying to make
Because-
adult movies.
but then-
Hey, you're bragging about it.
That's true.
You
got a
done
gold
brought
chain.
it up.
Hey, you got a gold chain? You got a
Listen.
Billy Gold chain on?
Some
No, I don't have
aviators.
Billy Gold
Man,
chain.
Billy Gold chain right now would be good.
William Howe rocks a gold chain.
He talked to William Howe today. He called up.
Come on. I almost sent
Billy was on the line. Billy was on the line.
I almost sent Billy a jungle video today. Like straight up. I was like, all right, I had to watch a little jungle when I was coming to
Did
camp.
you?
Yeah.
Is he still going?
Huh?
Jungle's
No,
good.
man. They got that imposter in there. and it
No,
went
it's
down-
not as good.
It went downhill.
Yeah.
The OG jungle.
OG
That was
Jungle's
man.
good. Skittles, son. Skittles.
Tastes
Taste the
great,
rainbow.
Since we're not at a
You
tournament.
got a fishing line on you. That's when you know, man.
That's
That's when you
camp.
know you're in the camp.
I picked.
I
up-
didn't know what kind
I
of
might have
shoes those
transported
are.
that
Are
from
they-
Houston.
Where did you get them? What Goodwill did you get them at?
These kicks. Hey, don't be hating on my shoes.
Dude, what
They're
are
Swiss
those?
engineered.
What
Those
are
are-
those?
you don't know those 'cause they don't
Those
sell
are, you're
them in
no
the
longer
conditions.
sponsored by America.
Well, no, man.
That is not
They're-
American
this,
shoe.
this is a neutral shoe.
No.
Swiss, dude.
Neutral.
They have no alliance or allegiance.
Where does it
I
say
can
Swiss on there
wear it.
anywhere?
Come on, son. Look right there. Bam. Swiss.
No, it does say it right there. Switzerland.
Yeah, man.
Neutral.
They call them on clouds. I run fast with them.
Run fast.
Did you,
Those are his
when
run
you
fast.
bought them, did you go running up and down the aisleway?
Dude, I did
Dude,
like high
I
knees.
make Michael do that.
I did high knees
See if you can
until
run fast enough.
until I pull my hammy.
Where do you even get a pair of shoes like that?
You gotta get them at running
Goodwill.
stores.
Running stores. What do you do when you want to look to a run?
That's like Fleet Feet.
Yeah, fleet. Actually, fleet feet. Say that 3 times backwards. Todd.
Tad.
You ever told a story about Joey?
No. Okay. Story about Joe. Did we go up there to Ray Roberts for a Bassam Bucks championship or Bud Light champion?
Yeah,
I guess it's
Bud
Bassam
Light.
Bucks at the time.
Yeah.
It's still the same thing. They had like these 5 championships spread out. So we're like, hey, Ray Roberts, man, let's go on up there.
November.
So we roll up there. Our practice was
Pat Ball.
good. You remember them? They started schooling, and I threw old freaking Bubba out there and come. Yeah, there was 2 8-pounders. They came up, and a big old gizzard, got stuck in the middle, and 2 8-pounders,
They had him hemmed up, son.
dude, out in the middle on this point, and I was like, oh, hell, we're a week out. I throw out there and got him. And so I'm like, dude, and they were like chasing gizzards, giant ones out there. We never caught fish off that spot.
No.
So anyways, but
Makes sense.
we found them. We caught them pretty good. So we fished this tournament. Day 1 was the Burns. The Burnses were winning.
The Burn Scissors.
The
Burns
brothers.
is.
Yeah, they got
Brothers Burns.
Yeah, they got up there.
Andrew's very familiar with the Burns is.
Yeah, release fish.
They've got great chest.
Remember? They
They got
release
great
fished
chest
them.
hair. They do have great chest hair.
They release
Yeah,
They
fished
got
them.
great hair. Period.
Yeah.
Straight up release fished them off the deal.
Mike has a great sunscreen.
Oh yeah, he's Casper.
He's powder.
Yeah.
Mike's powder. And then
Yeah,
Mike's like Mr. Clean, and then Rob's like
the Big Lebowski.
yeah,
The Big
which was
Lebowski.
never the same.
So you got powder and the Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
Rob drinks enough champagne the night before to create a sunscreen from his pores.
muy
He
champagne.
doesn't need sunscreen.
Muy champagne, and
He
because
shines on the sun.
which is crazy too. Hey, in that the Costa you won the championship. It's about 26 that morning, and I look over, and I'm so bundled up I can barely see, and I look over, and it's Burns with his hair going, and he's got nothing over his face, just dry.
Was he steaming?
Dude, it was like 26 degrees.
And he was wearing gym
he
shorts.
farts
Dude,
Sasquatch.
Dude, he had everyone had,
He is descendant.
dude, everyone had helmets on and everything,
Yeah,
and
so
Burns is
skunky.
just driving, hair blowing, and I'm like, it's like 26 this, and he was, just. I was like, what's wrong with that guy?
He's got Arctic blubber.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so
It's a whole different deal, dude.
that's true.
It's different, man.
So we ended up.
He likes to wear his short sleeve pants.
Yeah, short
He
sleeve
does,
pants.
man. They're great.
We
the
ended-
same ones for the last decade.
Were we in second after day 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they release fished them up, and on day 2 we just kind of did our thing. Oh, anyways, before all of that, we get up there to Ray Roberts, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, 12 to 1. Like I don't know why we were getting up there so late.
Dude,
because
I
of
had
you.
work.
Yeah, so we're driving up there, and he's like, "Hey, I gotta go get something at this."
It's a Walmart.
Was it Walmart?
Oh, yeah.
So he rolls into Walmart, and I stay in the truck, because we got the boat hooked up and rods and stuff. And so I'm sitting out there, and all of a sudden I see him running. He's carrying this thing.
He must have had his.
Yeah, he must have had his
Swiss
K Swiss
I
on.
did. I got
And
it.
he comes back with Joey, and so
Joey was misplaced. He was not where he should have been. Somebody obviously abandoned him.
And there's a whole
Shelf.
other story behind Joey about my dad and this monkey and going to Vegas and stuff. Like Joey was around for like 20, 30 years. This monkey, and they got stolen. He lived through a fire at the bar. No, he made it through the fire.
Was he 30 years old?
No, he had a little burn, but he made it through there, and then he got stolen at our other house. So, anyways, he got another Joey.
Yeah, that's not for real. Who
would
steals a
steal
monkey?
Joey?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Dude, I don't
gonna ask
know.
that
It was the
question.
craziest thing, but they stole that. So, anyways,
What else did they steal?
Black
I'm not
market.
gonna say. So they did steal some other stuff. So, anyways, we put Joey in the center console, and we
Joey just fished with us.
Remember we bungee?
For the whole weekend.
Yeah,
we
we
just tracked him
bungeed
down.
on there on our drives, and then they put a GoPro in our deal, and we put Joey up on the front deck with us, and he hung out on the front deck the whole tournament for 2 days, and he's been retired.
So we won it.
So yeah, we were doing okay on day 2, and then remember I caught that big one on a frog, and like you had another one. So we at the end of the tournament we ended up winning this thing, and Joey got retired, and then been at the camp ever since. He did not. He made it through the thievery. The thievery that we had here, they did not steal Joey this time though. When the guys came in here,
this fine establishment neighborhood we're in.
Well, they ate some Whataburger here. Like
they left their Whataburger. They came in the house.
Yeah.
Listen, tell me you hadn't heard a messed up story like this. Broke into the Zavala camp.
Yeah.
Ate a number 7
with
spicy ketchup. Watched some TV. They proceeded to steal our TV and leave it with trash on the table.
They left the Whataburger and our beer in the fridge.
Yeah. None of my beer. I'm sure. Didn't steal Joey. I was a little pissed at Joey because he didn't say that.
Joey's supposed to be sergeant at arms here.
Supposed to be.
Yeah.
They obviously didn't know. Maybe they had plans on stealing something.
They did not steal your jersey.
I think they left that jersey.
They
left Whataburger and
they probably took a dump. They probably took a dump in our deal too. You know they did.
They might have poo-pooed in there.
They probably poo-pooed in there.
So, what we
all those are good stories about trophies. The best trophy ever was the old boy there from Bluffkin that had the tackle shop. What was his name? Hunter?
Vernon?
No, Hunter.
Oh, Hunter.
Hunter had the best trophies.
The boxing. No, see, he never got one.
The big belt.
Jason's the only one that got one. Jason and Kyle.
Oh yeah, I didn't win a belt.
Big giant belts.
That's
I've seen y'all
big wrestler. Wrestling belts.
That's the greatest
100%
ever.
100%.
Yeah.
Beats the belt buckles and the chalices and Joey.
I got pictures of those. I'll get that one on there. I'll put that in there.
Can we get that on the pro team?
Well, we've gotten everything down except.
Are we allowed to speak?
Oh yeah. No, it's out. They changed the date, by the way. They changed the date a week later. They're having
for here.
Yeah, they have 2 freaking college tournaments going on that day, and they had everything booked up. They didn't have it scheduled, which was sorry. They had called up there and booked everything, but had nothing out on the schedule about it, so no one knew. So that's how we found out is because they had everything booked up. So we're going a week later.
Why don't you go sit there and practice tiny knots, son?
Dude, he got a knot.
I saw you tell knot. I was like, man, how's he do that?
Bradley Holman, snell knot.
Triple Lutz through the hole.
Triple Lutz.
Triple Lutz. Is that like a dive off
I close that door
sometimes?
sometimes.
He was doing something. He was doing something, man. He was flipping.
The triple Lutz knot?
No, his snell was so easy. And I was like, well,
Dude, you just go around and go back through.
Man, you go ahead. Man, I mean, I don't know. I was going round, flip it through, and obviously it was way overcomplicated.
You just go through there once, and when you run it back, you hold it,
and then turn it back the other way too.
Go through.
A couple times, and then turn
it might be the easiest knot there is.
Snow is pretty easy.
Yeah, just go through, wrap.
I was going through. Go through at that angle, and then when you go down the hook line and you come back, you just hold it, wrap, and then go underneath back through the loop that you made.
Yeah. See what I was doing? I was going in from the point.
Yeah.
Looping around and coming back out.
Oh, and
then I was using the loop to wrap around.
Yeah.
And that was just complicated.
Yeah.
It was pretty much the same thing though.
You made your own knot, basically.
You did a double loop.
It was a
double snell.
A double loop.
Cajun Broussard.
The Cajun missile.
It was the Cajun Broussard.
I almost got into it.
Almost?
Yeah. This guy.
DirecTV?
No, listen to the DirecTV thing. Listen to this DirecTV thing.
And
man.
I like how DirecTV told you, I'm not having any more of it.
You're banned.
Henceforth banished.
No, so listen. DirecTV went out on us Monday, right? Or Sunday or Monday. And whoever sets up the account, which was my wife, I'm not allowed to speak to anyone because I'm not, whatever. So
we've had that
smart woman. We've all had that conversation with him. We pull up like Todd. You ain't allowed to talk.
You can't talk. Stay in the truck.
So
I'm gonna go eat the fish. Just
Yeah.
don't turn off the motor.
Turn on the radio and
Mail
listen.
my check.
Evidently, Brittany treats him like that at home.
She wasn't. Well, anyways, she didn't take care of it, and I got time to call him up and talk to him. I like talking to them. So they eventually, we get it all straightened out, and we have a guy, like, we called him up that night at like 8 o'clock at night, or 7, and or 6, it was 6 o'clock. They're like, we'll have someone in the morning. Cool. Between 8 and 12, 8:30, guy knocks on my door, comes in, I tell him what's going on, no big deal, right? He goes and fixes it. Everything's good. This was Tuesday. So it works, no big deal. Wednesday, so what's today, Thursday? Mm-hmm. Maybe it was Wednesday. Anyways, no, Wednesday it didn't work. Wednesday it worked. Thursday this morning, I get up, it's not working again. So I call up DirecTV. You know how it goes. So I got to go through all this information, but I'm not Brittany, right? But they had said they had me on the account, whatever. So I finally talked to her. We do all this stuff, and I'm recording. I'm like, all right, 27 minutes. Phone call, no big deal, because I have to tell her what's wrong with the TV. Well, sir, do you have it on? Yes, I'm not a moron, Well, do you have, is there a bad storm going on? Nope. Is there anything blocking the satellite? Nope, just the sky. Because I'm pissed off at this time, because you got to go through every single thing, and you're like, you do realize they were out here 2 days ago, and the problem was this wire on the dish. But no, we got to go through everything that might be wrong with the TV. It's not the TV. So we do all these things. She can't figure it out. At the very last, it's been like 33 minutes now, she was like, well, we can't issue a service call because Brittany's not. I'm like, well, can you get a hold of her? Like, no, she has to work like most people do at 9:30 in the morning. Like what I would be doing normally.
You have to be careful. A lot of terrorists are calling DirecTV.
So I was like, because then I start making that. I'm like, no, most people don't have 45 minutes to talk on the phone at 9:30 in the morning.
You were talking to the Taliban.
Yeah. No, they were.
This is what they resorted to.
It was easy.
This is how we were torturing the Americans.
Yeah. So I talked to her. So she does. They do all this setup.
Kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
Kill him with kindness.
Kill him with questions.
So, but I'm nice to this lady. She's doing fine, and they reset the whole TV. We do all this stuff, and as I'm waiting on, she's got me in this weird setting that's taking forever, and all of a sudden she hangs up on me.
That's one of their tricks.
And I'm like, there's no way.
And then they all laugh.
Yeah, there's no way you can get back to that same lady. It's impossible, right? So I call back instantly. 45 minutes now I've wasted with her, and we're nowhere closer. Hello, this is so-and-so from DirecTV. Yeah, can you just please put me back on the person I was just talking to? Sir, we can't do that. Well, y'all got to figure out how to do that. Well, we don't have, I'm like, so y'all can fix my TV over the phone, but you can't figure out who I just talked to. Well, no, we can't. I'm like, well, y'all got to fix y'all. This is a bad, deal. Well, yeah, we've been having a lot of issues with our phone lines. I'm like, so we got to doing, so then we start back, sir, so let me have your information, the whole thing again. So, but everything I say is sarcastic because now I'm pissed off because I'm like.
Because you have anger management issues.
Yes.
Yeah, because they're sitting there, I have to do the whole process. Sir, is there anything blocking your teeth? No, I just went through all of this with the person before you. I wouldn't be having to do this with you if the other person, you are literally an AT&T and I have problems with your phone lines. That's what she's telling me. We're having a lot of problems with our phone lines. Really? A phone company? AT&T has problems with their phone line. That's maybe I shouldn't be with y'all. So we keep on going. She was like, so we get something else working.
Verizon doesn't have TV.
I feel like this is making him feel better.
I'm going to need another one.
No, it gets worse.
I'm like, we're on the couch. We're on the couch.
Getting anxiety.
I
was in a very good place when I got here.
No, I'm pissed.
This is Bass Angler Rehab.
Yeah. So I'm working with, I'm doing all this stuff, and it's taking a long time. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, it's still waiting. I'm like, I have y'all's internet too, and it's slow. It's like dial up. So you're going to have to wait with me. This is what I have to do every single time I use, y'all's internet. And so I'm just throwing bombs at her every single time. Then she was like, then I can't make a service call, right? Because I'm not part of it. So I get a hold of Brittany, who's in a meeting. I three-way us all on there. I'm like, hey. She was like, what is your name? She's like, I'm in a meeting. And I was like, I told you better freaking get up with it quick. So she's like, she goes through, I give him permission. She's like, be nice to her. Screw that. So we go through it all again. I finally I'm like, can we just get the service person over here? Service person will be there. Let's see here. I'm like, I can already see where this is going. Earliest available is Tuesday morning from 8 to 12. No, that's not going to work. Why not? Well, because I'm here now. So I would suggest finding someone a Thursday from 8 to 12. Well, we can't do that. I'm like, well, then you're going to have to figure something out. So we go on, and I'm just hammering them. I'm like, so I'm supposed to not have TV for 5 days because y'all have already screwed up. Like, this is all y'all's fault. Da da da. Well, now I don't want to pay for any of these 5 days. Well, sir, you're gonna have to call back someone else to get that up. So I'm.
All he had to do was jiggle the wire.
No,
didn't
because
jiggle the
before it was 100% in the deal.
Jiggle.
So all this goes on, and
Or if
then
it was in the deal, you got to tap it.
no, it was up there. So.
Jiggle when it's in there. You
Jiggle,
gotta tap.
yeah.
Yeah, if it's a connection, you jiggle it. If it's in it, you tap it.
Yeah.
You know this is what he used to do, right? DirecTV installer.
Who?
Brent.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll
First career.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
long story short,
I've got more talent.
we got it from Tuesday. We got it from Tuesday at 8 to 12, which of course I'm not going to be there, and I'm not going to be there because I was like, we'll see. She's like, are you going to be there? I'm like, we'll see.
Hey, why didn't you just call the guy that fixed this one?
Would you let me tell the story?
Well, it's been like.
I mean,
I
you
know,
did
it's
tell the
horrible.
whole story.
So I get done.
For the,
So I get done, and I'm like sitting here like, this is horrible, man. I'm so pissed off. And then I'm like, that guy came over here and fixed our DirecTV here, and the lady on the phone was like, do not tell him you will not be here because he will not show up. So I didn't tell him until he got here. I'm like, hey, I ain't there. But I left it unlocked for you and everything. When he came in, hooked the whole thing up. He's like, hey, man, my
Made
name's...
the beds.
Yeah, my name, made a bed, washed some dishes, no big
It's
deal.
Whataburger. Scoped out the house.
So I was like, hey,
Got a
man.
TV.
Nothing here I want.
Shortly thereafter,
So
our
I
TV
got his cell phone number.
Nothing here I want.
He gave me a cell phone number, and he was like, man, anytime you got issues like this, just holler at me.
I work for 20.
So I called him up, and I was like, hey, man,
You had a lot of time to think of this if you were on the phone with one of them for 45
well, I didn't know it was going to be Tuesday was the whole issue that I really got mad at. So I called him up. I'm like, I said, he's like, yeah, I think I can swing by there tomorrow. I said, all right. So I told him where to look. I said, I'll throw you a little cash your way. You're going to go hook it up tomorrow. Money from freaking...
So how did you get banned then?
Oh, I don't think they're going to answer my phone calls anymore. Because they were not happy with me.
I mean, I can only imagine.
5 days, really? 5 days.
I can't believe we haven't had a bass angler
Anger.
management
Therapy.
therapy.
You'll get it right. You'll get it right eventually.
Bass.
Whatever. In this long.
Angler.
This is what the hell we're talking about?
Man, DirecTV,
Yeah,
they made me mad today, man. I needed my therapy session. Leave me alone. You can talk about bass. I ain't caught one. You know, like, when's the last time you caught one? Oh,
Don't ask me that.
he caught some
I've
big ones the other day at that pond.
You got a good pond?
You got a
It
good
was
pond.
a mighty fine private lake. I did some high school fishing with, yeah.
Went high school fishing, whooped up on them.
I got beat by high school.
That's okay. That's okay. It happens.
Yeah, not even old enough.
Has it
drive a
happened
car
to you?
yet.
Hey, has it happened to you?
All the time.
Oh, really? When?
Man, every weekend over here on this
Oh,
pond.
yeah. Well, I thought you
It's always, the problem is, it's like...
I was talking about your son. I was like, man, Brendan ain't never going to let him.
I ain't never... I'll cut his line. I ain't letting that little punk kid of mine beat me. Not happening.
I know you ain't a teenager, but like, you ain't.
If he catches like
You
two
just
good
walking up
ones...
there with a pair of scissors with a bent rod. Just go,
If I've got like 3 good ones, and he's got 2, and he gets on the 3rd, I'm
calling the wrong
taking
one.
everything away.
Oh.
I'm just gonna cut his line and say, all right, wait, you fish with the stuff you bought now. I'm fishing your tackle.
He's got some good tackle.
He got a little box over there. I'll make him leave that at home.
I gave that stuff I gave him.
Little T-hook.
That stuff I gave him?
Yeah,
You don't
man.
even let him fish with it?
I leave it at the bottom.
where did that really beautiful blanket come from?
Listen,
What
man,
is that?
The couch came from Brent's. The couch is nice, isn't
That
it?
thing-
But the blanket just got there. Like it wasn't there when I walked
I
in.
don't
No,
feel
it's
like
been there.
It's been there.
I think it was Andrew was snuggled up next to it.
It's like a
Is that your
snuggie.
blankie?
Hold
No,
on.
that's a-
Okay. TXTT is going on tomorrow. I don't care about it. We all from
Yeah,
here.
that's what we're here for.
I want to know about y'all too. What the heck are y'all gonna go do?
Huh?
Like, what are y'all gonna go do tomorrow in practice? Like, I just want Holman ain't seen this place in like
The last
Do you
time
even
he
know
saw
where
Do
you're
you
going?
think it's funny that I'm down here with one day of practice and having to compete against you? Is that what you're laughing at?
I have to go up there to Grand. I mean, I get a couple more days, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to do just like you do at Grant. I'm going to be sitting on your stuff on Saturday morning. You're going to be going, damn.
All day.
I'm going to go to the next one. Damn, Holman's on my spot again.
No, man.
I hope so.
He's gonna be over there in the mud.
Someone was like, whoever was like,
what?
what? Yeah, I mean, they're like, oh, you're going to catch them. Like, ain't nobody going to get on my 15 pounds.
Not about 15 pounds.
Don't ask me if I catch him.
I know you. I want to know. Yeah, you might have an idea. I want to know what Holman's going to go do tomorrow.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I always going to do. Last time I was here,
I don't
I
know
beat you
what
doing it. I beat you and you. I don't think I beat you.
In June?
No, the last time he was here was
June.
No, in June.
Last time he was here was June.
The coast.
I think
No.
you beat me by one place.
It don't matter.
Which
I beat
matter?
you.
Which
I
means-
beat you.
which
Look
means
at all
you-
them plaques.
which-
I beat you.
Which means you beat me by like 4
I
pounds.
beat all.
Because we all were within like a quarter of a pound of each other.
All of us were like 25.
No, Jason,
You
me,
didn't beat me. That's all I'm saying.
I think we were
You
all
wasn't
in a
here.
row.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it was
You still didn't
close.
beat me.
Because
then.
I was in
I
that
would've
it was
beat
like
you just
25,
like I did.
25, 26,
I would hear
27.
you
All of
beat
us
me.
were
You can't
like,
claim it. You beat them punks. Not
Yeah.
me.
Andrew beat me.
I beat you.
By the way,
Yeah.
if it would have been a one-day derby then, I'd have beat all y'all.
That's true. You
I was
call
in
on day
fourth after
one.
the
You
first
didn't
day.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sucked day two though.
I know, but
It's
this
day
is
two.
a one-day
And I'm
derby.
like,
He won day one.
he told me what he did. I'm like, I did the same. He's like, oh yeah, I caught big ones. And then the next day, I'm like, yeah, now you had one of my days. Like that was what happened on me on day one. I caught 30 of them, and they were all like looked like that.
That's whenever he got the Wappa video.
Yeah, whopping.
Yeah. That's what my little boy calls Wappas.
Oh yeah. The bat video.
The Wappa video.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I found one the other day. When I was out there practicing. They got them everywhere now, like big ones, right? And I'm like,
They aren't
man,
on it, are they?
huh?
Were they on it?
No, the one I found was
They were sitting there.
there was
all-
like 10 of them, just like
Yeah,
this.
cold.
So I got my push pole out,
Like in your deer stand.
and I just
You
I was like,
you
man,
just mash them.
yeah. So I hit them, and one goes, bloop, 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 and they all started falling down, and I got them all off that thing. There's about 10 of them. They all fell down in the water. I grabbed it.
Is it big? Like as a keeper?
Yeah, like this big,
Oh, do you
big
gotta
old
put that
wasp
in a
nest.
can? You gotta put that in a
Well, I took it home, and Michael was like, "What's that thing?" And I'm like, "Wasp nest." And he's looking at it, and he's like, "Don't mess with it." He's
I hear
like,
Grayson.
Hey,
Look at that Wappa.
I didn't think about it. I left it in my truck for like two,
They're
3
gonna
days. Huh?
That's what I was
They're gonna
thinking.
hatch.
The hatching part wasn't the problem.
He brought him into the heat.
They're in there brooding.
They're gonna
man.
think it's
No, they're not
Put 'em
even-
in an
He's gonna get
incubator.
open his truck.
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened.
dead.
Look at you little boys.
Hey,
running.
Kansas gonna make another video.
Hey, I'm back there. There's like, I noticed a spider like the next day, like a little
Ooh.
spider, and I popped it, whatever. And Michael's back there messing with it after church, and he's like, "Dad, there's spiders on the truck." I'm like, "Oh, get it." He hits it, and I'm like, "Man, I've killed like 7 spiders since I put that thing in my truck." And there must have been spiders all in that thing,
Slow
man.
hatch, man.
Yeah, little slow spider
So
hatch
what's so
in my
funny
truck.
about me coming down here fishing?
It's not that you're
I'm
here.
starting to take this personal.
It's just that I'm just kind of curious about what this is
Like
gonna be
dad and son
This is-
fishing.
It's gonna be like father-son trip. And
Ren
he's
and
gonna be
Stimpy.
Yeah.
He's the same size as Larry Ray. You know how
I
much
just feel
money
like-
I won with Larry Ray? It's gonna be
No,
fine.
it's not that. It's just like I can't
It's
wait.
yeah. When it comes to like decision time, that's what I want to see. I want to figure out how this.
Yeah, I just want
I'm
to
along
know.
I
for
think
the
we need to
ride.
do this.
I'm along for a ride
Nah,
this week. I
man,
promise.
when's the last time you've been
Andrew's
on for
fun,
the
man.
ride?
Oh, when I'm on the boat with the right folks, son, I'm more than happy.
I
ride along
want
for
to
the
know
ride.
what y'all gonna go do.
He's got a transplant.
I already know what we're gonna be doing. Rent those Cincos, wacky rigs.
You don't have any of that rigged up.
No, not any of that.
That's gonna be very hard to do over there.
I want to know. I want to
Wait
know
till
one
you pull
thing.
into your spot.
Are
and
you-
there's
are you-
57
Is
people
your
there.
first cast?
This is
Please
gonna
tell me
be-
your first cast of practice.
My first cast of practice will be shallower than 3 foot.
Will it be into a bush flipping?
Ooh,
I don't know.
I
Depends how
think
much
so.
water's on them. I don't know.
The water's coming up. It's level
I
right
want to
now.
know how much water is in them.
There's 4 foot of 3 to 4 foot of water in some bushes.
Plenty of-
Oh hell yes, my first cast. Without a doubt.
I mean the right bush.
Oh, it'll be in the right one too.
No, I'm saying like bushes got 3 foot of water on them.
Oh, yes, my
they
first
had
cast
3
was
foot of
bush.
water in them. Some of them had 3 foot of water, or 2.5. Like when we fished.
I was expecting you to say like
What,
6,
it's come
8
up-
inches.
It's come up to like
No,
10
it's-
inches.
Yeah, it's come up 18
It's
inches.
3 feet in the bushes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I can guarantee you that probably 98% of the casts I make tomorrow will be in the bushes.
That's what I'm talking
All
about.
right.
Mine won't be.
Yeah.
You're
He's
the
like,
one-
we got the
He won't
bush
see
and
a
the
bush.
anti-bush.
Yeah, anti-bush.
We're gonna make y'all some t-shirts.
Yeah.
Andrew's
Bush,
first.
anti-bush.
Yeah, ooh, that's good.
Bush, no bush. You gonna have a bush on the front, and he's gonna have a bush with a Ghostbuster sign across the front.
I used to want to make these t-shirts called Big Stick Company. You know, like my Big Stick Productions. You always find a big stick in the bush. Or there's all kinds of stuff you can spin off that, but
It could spin downhill.
Hey,
very quick.
this is not made for kids. It'll be fun. Click on that button.
No, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, I'll probably spend a lot of time deep, and let him spend all
I
the
know
time
what you're gonna do.
shallow.
I'm really just more.
That's actually
I
good.
don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, I just want to see.
He laughs at me every
gonna be
time.
robo-flipping,
Every time
man.
I come to Rayburn, he laughs at me.
He's gonna be so excited to see these bushes in the water.
Oh, it's
And
gonna be
like I'll say this: 90% of all Rayburn guys like, oh, the water's in the bushes. And then you got the 10% that like,
They laugh at me every
Yeah,
time.
all of
'cause I
us
come
are
here
like-
for some bushes.
oh, it's in the bushes.
crap.
Like, because we hate it.
Now I gotta worry about those bushes.
I understand the.
We don't have to
power-
worry about it.
I understand the power of the
Because ain't
high
nobody gonna win out of the bushes ever. People think you do,
Big
but you
Ratty
can't
wanted
actually win.
to. You can't win it.
You can't win it. I've been telling you that for years.
Can't
You should
win
know
the
that.
bushes.
Can't win the bushes.
I'm fishing bushes tomorrow.
Well, I'm not saying you. Yeah, we get that.
I mean, you get you some
I
valuable
might be
points.
fishing some bushes tomorrow.
You get some valuable points.
This somebody's gonna pop 30 out the damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
please light a fire under his butt so he goes and catches 30.
I'm thinking.
Please.
I
Of
just want to confuse you.
I'm thinking of the 2 bites that I get tomorrow that I shake off in the bush that are like Donkey Kongs. And it's probably the only 2 bites I get. And then Andrew calls and goes, dude, I got a spot that's loaded.
They'll be
all
Donkey
before.
Kongs.
And then what'll happen is,
And we're going to
his
pull out
spot
there
will
on
be
this
like
spot. We're
25.
going to catch them and catch them and catch them. We're going to have about 2 hours left in the day. We ain't had a bite in 3 hours. So we've already got 28 pounds. And I'm going to say, dude, I got 2 bushes.
Hey,
We're gonna run through.
Donkey
30
Kongs.
holes.
Hey,
Kink for kink.
2.5 pound males.
Little Joey's coming
2.5
out.
pounds.
Little Joey's, little
They
Joey.
was mowing down a bush.
Yeah,
man.
little Joey's. Little Joey's.
Little Joey's.
Little Joey's.
Little Joey's is the new.
Hi, my name's Joey. I'm here living in this bush.
I've seen some fish that are not little joeys and bushes on this pond before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 You
It
were
ain't
you were here in
52
March
outside.
and April when that was going on.
Yeah.
I've seen it in June. I've seen it in March.
Yeah.
I've seen it in.
I've seen it in May. I've seen it in February.
I think I've seen it.
I've
in
seen it in
January.
February after a few days of warm weather, not after a few days of increasingly cold weather.
You just told me there's 4 foot of water in the bushes.
Hey, there's a reason
There's
that
some.
and there's a bunch of people out there going and flipping bushes catching 7 pounds with 3 because they couldn't figure out how to catch a limit doing it. Just because there's water in the bushes don't mean there's fish in there. I can promise
It's
you
different
that.
pond.
Hey, how many fish were in them bushes in the when it was 10 foot high?
A bunch.
He said, "Oh, bunch."
Yeah, really. Well, top 10 went in the bushes.
How many fish were in them bushes when the water was 6 inches of water in it in Oklahoma?
That's Oklahoma. This ain't well, we got grass on our lake, son.
The hydrilla is the big difference.
We got hydrilla. We got freaking offshore stuff. They don't mind living out there.
Yeah.
They're out there because of the hydrilla though. Even the offshore ones.
Oklahoma getting next to a pebble up there in freaking 6 inches of water. They don't
Living
care.
life. I got something to
They
say.
just try
That's
to.
some-
They're just
Is that
trying.
cup?
Yeah, that's just they're trying to see the
Solo
sunlight
cup deep.
because they're trying to see the sunlight.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They
Solo
just
cup
they imagine they're down there in Texas or Florida trying to see the sun.
No, what they're doing is they're trying to get out of that lake to swim to Texas. They just run into dirt.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't go no more. It's so shallow. I'm just gonna lay here. And
Dude,
see.
I can tell already we are going to have to lay the smack down early in this team tournament season we've got going on.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
I'm not taking this all year long.
Oh, you go get it.
Oh,
I mean, you don't have to take it.
Hey, we're allowed to fish this event, so just
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
We
allowed
can
to
talk
fish.
trash.
I'm not allowed
to
to
go up there to
yeah.
your ponds.
Hey, don't worry, you can't fish the outlaw events. I mean, y'all two can't fish it either.
None of y'all can. Y'all some pros.
No, all 4 of us can't fish it. I'm sorry.
I on the other hand,
I'm
maintain
retired. I
my
don't know
why
what
can we not
amateur
fish outlaw?
Huh?
Why
Because they put in there a rule. They put in there. These guys, man. They put in there a rule. I fished them last year, and I fished 2 of them with Jason. Right? Doesn't matter what place we came in, but I fished 2 of them with Jason. So in December we fished one, and then in January they came out with a rule. I know what the rule was. The first rule was, now if you're a pro fishing the pro circuits, you're not allowed to fish our events. Well, they just didn't realize I wasn't gonna fish pro anymore. So then they had to come out with a second rule. because that didn't work. So the second rule was, if you fished pro anytime last year, you were also not allowed to fish my events.
Really?
Well, let me tell you something who that affected in the entire, of anyone who ever fished any of his tournaments, it affected one person. Me. Because it does not affect anyone else, because there's only about 5 of us in the country. Yeah, but he's never fished one of his events. None of those guys have ever fished them except
Russell's
me.
over there spanking on people on comment.
So I was the only one that it
What about
affected.
Dickie?
He's fishing the pro circuit.
He's already fishing.
See what I'm saying? They made a rule that I understand the pro rule, right? Like, I get that part, but I'm not a pro anymore. So they're like, so every other tournament in the country, once you're not fishing pro anymore, they let you fish events. He's like, well, it's not going to work, so he had to figure out another rule. He won't say that. Everyone knows. It's obvious.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have to bleep that.
Yeah. No, you didn't say it.
You're going to have to cover that up like you did on your videos, trying to cover your sound
Yeah,
on your
so-
little Instagram video.
I do that on purpose because it's funny. I was just like messing with people.
Oh, man. I played that for Whit.
Hey,
and
Todd,
I said,
we get
Whit,
some
what
more
sound
water?
is that? He goes, Dad, I don't know. That's kind of a spinnerbait, but it sounds like a big plug.
Oh, his video?
Yeah. And I got to laughing, and I said, all right. Then we went in the shop, and I said, all right, Whit, let's play match the plug. So I got the shaking baits. I found one that sounded like it, though, T.
Hey, boy, I can voice over.
I have talked to Andrew probably 4 times in the last 3 weeks leading up to this event, and I can say that even if we win, this thing better pay like a pro tour event for Andrew to break even on tackle. Like,
He had to restock.
he ordered from Strike King. He got 3 orders coming from Strike King, depending on which one the order comes in. Then he's got orders from Tackle Warehouse. Then he stopped at 2 tackle stores on the way down here.
Boy, 2. Bass Strike was one of them.
Yeah, and Brandon's.
I've never even stopped at that
I
place.
mean, I'm like, dude, you've got.
They did some
tackle
good rock
that
work,
be short.
Brandon's.
It's pretty good.
It's nice. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's really nice. I mean, they
Brady
have
sent me
fun
some
space.
pictures of it.
Yeah,
Of Brandon's?
yeah, the new
Yeah, they
Brandon's.
moved. They
Where is Brandon's?
Powderly.
Powder. Yeah, it's like
Paris,
between
Texas.
Paris and it's like
You
right
go-
on the border of Paris.
Because I was trying to
and,
find a place for
Texas.
us to have that deal, but I think the toilet thing's going to work.
Yeah, no, that
Scott said it
Brandon's
was
is
fine,
awesome.
yeah.
Like it's a good place.
That's
But
something
How much
When's the
tackle
last
do you
time
buy?
you fished down
Huh?
here?
How much tackle do you think
like
you've ordered?
$50.
No, over the last 3 weeks.
oh, I don't know. I don't answer that question. I plead the fifth. On that.
I got
Last time I fished down here was God, when
June,
was
I'm
it?
sure.
Yeah, June was probably the last.
It's the last time I've been here.
Yeah.
Really?
See, what are you laughing at me for? He ain't even been here since June.
Yeah, but I have.
Dude, I've been here.
Yeah, but
I've only
he's the
fished-
one coast us here. Like,
Yeah,
he's
this
like,
man.
like we got some history here. Like, he's like, hey,
I almost
You
want
pull out
to
here,
post this
here,
here.
like, pull
now,
out the
I will say
February
this.
book.
Russell don't know about this stuff because, like,
No, just wait, because tomorrow night we're filming one of these too. No, we need. Let's start 1-day derby, and I was thinking it was 2-day derby. God,
Yeah.
I wish we could start tomorrow. No problem.
Right,
Let's
listen.
have a 2-day derby.
here's the
Because
thing.
they'd be sitting here tomorrow all sold up like this.
Well, we still might be like that. We all might be like that.
Maybe.
Listen, the problem with Russell is to this day, he will be like, hey man, so there's this place over here, so and so. I'm like, I've been fishing with you for 8 years. I've never heard you talk. Yeah. I'm like, no, you
Because he
haven't.
has a memory like a
And it'll be
Webster's
some
dictionary.
weird random
He's
place.
the
I'm like,
Encyclopedia
how come you've
Britannica.
never even told me about that in 8 years? We never even thought about going in there and looking at it or nothing. I got like a 4-pounder off of it. Something more. I wouldn't practice it before the tour of it. I'm like,
These
Let
two,
me tell you this
these two
story.
right here.
You remember the platinums? When we were doing the platinums, right? The entry fee was like, what, $1,000?
$1,000.
$1,000.
$1,500.
$1,500.
Yeah.
And I was working as a landman at the time, and I was in the office.
I know
with
some
these guys.
land, man.
Yeah. They're in Oklahoma.
TSW
And,
himself right there.
First one was at Rayburn, and I was fishing with Paul Smith, guy at Grand Lake, and I think we got a check or something the first one at Rayburn. We had a good
you caught that
first day.
7-pounder day one. You remember you caught that 7 on that grass on that.
Did real good.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
over
the
in
real-
Indian.
That's what
That guy
pisses
don't-
me
that
off.
guy don't
You
remember
too much
stuff.
crap, man.
So-
you remember too
We
much.
had
Yeah,
9
you two
pounds.
were buying beer because you
Yeah,
both
no.
got smoked and had like 2 pounds or something the first day. And y'all
9 pounds.
sold up like what I'm talking about.
What we had day 2?
Oh, they crushed on 'em.
Biggest
Crushed
stringer
on
of the event.
But I come back home, and the second tournament was the one y'all talking about up at Ray Roberts. I'll never forget this, man. This guy that works in my office, and he fishes a little bit,
Ray
little club
Roberts.
stuff around home.
No.
He
No,
actually
it was Ray
walks
Roberts.
by my
It was Ray
office
Roberts.
door.
Or I missed that one then.
It was Ray Roberts. You're right.
That was a tour.
It was Ray Roberts.
Beber.
I'll never forget, man.
Beber and then Beber and Wilson.
Yeah.
Yep.
One back to back.
This guy walks.
It
He's
did
a
about
friend of
right.
mine. He walks by my office door and he stops
about
and he
that.
pokes his head in just out of nowhere and he goes, Hallman. I said, yeah. And he goes, you going down there to fish that triple, that platinum series in Texas again this week? And I said, yeah, we're supposed to be at Ray Roberts. And he stops and he looks and he says, why are you going down there to Texas to donate your money when you know you got to fish against Cecil and Castledine and all those guys in Texas? And dude, I will not lie to y'all. I stopped and I looked. He's a friend of mine, and I looked at him and I said, "Who in the hell do you think I am?" Like, I ain't scared of them. I don't care if it is their home territory. Dude, I called Paul Smith. I said, I don't care if the sun comes up at 3 in the morning. We're gonna be there 30 minutes before it comes up. Dude, we are fighting them. Todd pulls up to me in practice one day and goes, "I've been out here longer than anybody." I said, "The hell you have!"
3 in the morning. He was graphing at 3 in the morning for that thing. And I said, what?
We top 10, and I never even seen that place before in my life. Top 10, like I was on a mission. Beat Todd. I came in that day. We finished like 5th or 6th. You finished 7th or 8th, right?
Damn, y'all did beat us?
Yeah, we
finished
beat you.
7th.
Oh, hell yeah, I beat
Was
you.
that
We
like
finished
a summer-
7th.
That was our worst event.
We finished like 5th.
That was
Come
our
back to the
worst event.
office. Next morning, Money rolls through, and he walks by. I said, "Did you look at them results this weekend?" He goes, "Yeah, you beat him." I said, "I told you. Don't come in here talking that trash." I thought I was fired up.
God, it was a frustrating tournament. I had like a great practice, but I think we all had great
You
practice.
roll by
on the
me
same
in practice, just laughing, talking.
Oh man, I was living life, man.
Dude, I called Russell in the
The
first
problem was
like
I
10
didn't throw
minutes.
my Cinco.
I had
during the
25. I had 25 pounds. Like, Russell, this is retarded. This is ridiculous.
I was like, goosh.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Oh, okay.
And
well,
you don't.
They just goosed. I'm empty, dog.
Yeah, but there's. It's rattling.
It's rattling. He's got his rattle trap ready for tomorrow.
Sound effects.
going
That's a
on?
voiceover.
Kelly,
So y'all don't really think you can win one out of the bushes here one day?
have you ever seen anyone?
I think one day's
listen,
possible.
Had some big days.
I think one
in
day's
the out of
possible.
bush. Had
The
some big
problem
days
with
out of
flipping
bush.
down here is, as long as I fish there, is it's not consistent. You can't do it day after day.
That's gonna be bad.
But you can have one great day.
No.
You could put together a few.
You can have a
days.
great
Like,
day. You can
if
top
it's a
10 it.
3 or 4 day tournament, you can top 10 it.
You can top 10.
I will say this. I think you can win out of the bushes if the winning weight is between 25 and 27. 100%. You can win out of the bushes. Now, if it's one of y'all's mega day 33, 35, no, you're not winning out of the
Yeah.
bushes.
Okay.
40
You can win
pounds
out of
ain't coming out
You
of the
take
bushes.
you take 30 tournaments.
Yeah.
One of them will get one out of the bush.
No.
Like
No.
over
you
the course
say
of a
that,
period of
but
time.
you used to
Like,
say the
somebody
same thing
wins somebody
about like the grass throwing a trap, and McCall won a coastal doing it. Like
It's a 2-day deal.
that's fine. Like I'm just saying, like there's still.
I said
That
you can
outside
win out of the
chance.
grass.
I'm not. I know.
I always say you win out of the grass. We've won, like, we've caught 30-something pounds out of the
Not when
grass.
the deep bite's going on.
Yes, 100%.
Really win.
The grass?
Yeah.
Dude, you know how many 30-pound bags there have been?
whole bunch
No. What?
out of the grass.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm saying in general. Dude, there's liable to not be another 30-pound bag for the rest of the year. I don't
That's
think
what I'm saying.
I don't
That's
think
what I'm
there was
saying. There's an outside chance that the bush could win.
Okay.
You never know.
Okay. That's like saying, well, I mean, I'd go throw a topwater tomorrow and win on topwater. Yeah, you could.
No,
But-
it's not even equivalent
That's my whole point. It's not, and the bushes are not equivalent
to top water.
to anything. Watch. I bet you it's not one out of the bushes.
I'll tell you this, there's some pretty bushes on this place.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You know what? I don't know the answer to this debate. It happens at Toledo, but I have never seen it happen here.
Toledo's got grass. Why is Toledo different?
They don't have any. I mean, they don't have grass.
Yeah, it don't have
Where-
grass.
where-
Where the big, yeah. Go ahead and say it.
Where the big ones live?
Where the big fish in the bushes are, there is no
Because there ain't,
grass.
you will not never win a tournament. Well,
They gotta swim
Hold on,
all the
hold
way
on,
south to get to
hold
the
on.
grass. Oh yeah, that
The grass-
you remember that? Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but they took care of that. They hit that with
Yeah, they hit that. They
240
killed that.
Roundup.
We went out there one day, but that was in practice. You know, and Kelly,
Dude, it was-
Kelly,
it didn't matter.
Kelly couldn't do it in the tournament because
It was
of
such a great
pressure.
time. It was pressure
Because of
and
the pressure. We went there on a
And
non-tournament
those
day
fish just pushed.
and caught some nines and big ones. But like
Like,
he
oh my
tried
God.
to do it in the tournament. I think me and him tried to do it, and it was like not even nowhere near. And that's the problem.
It's such a fine, like
You,
small.
there's not
window
enough.
when you
It's
crush
funny
off
that there's
many
not
big
enough
ones.
bushes. Like when people start catching them on the bushes, everyone goes to the
Tiki
bushes.
won
and
that
catch them.
tournament over there that time.
44.
Yeah, I don't remember how much it was, but it
What about
was
the
jacked.
coast?
42
what about
to
the coast
44.
We fished here in the
You know where
spring, Big Boy
Martinez.
went, and he was up in the canyons flipping bushes.
Who?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was.
Ricky
thinking.
guy,
Ricky guy.
Caught a 10-pounder on a trap.
last day. He was catching a lot on a trap too.
I remember him.
His
It's
biggest
always the
day,
back and
his
forth,
biggest
like
day
it's
was
a-
when he caught
The
him on a
first
trap.
day he caught a big one on a trap too.
Yeah. So I'm not saying you can't put it in there, but
What
you
about
can't.
Hanselman when he won here?
Not in the bushes.
He was
Not
on
the
a
bushes.
swim
I thought
bait.
they said he was
I
catching
thought
them
that's
on
all they were doing is flipping. The lake was
No,
stacked high.
he caught his big first bag, and is that the same one when he caught him in Pofers on a swim bait? Had 21.
He was still on that flashy swimmer deal.
21.
No, there was
Oh,
there was
that
one
was-
where
no.
He and everybody were in the top 5.
No. Yeah, that
They
one.
caught him flipping.
yeah, he
Yeah.
caught him flipping in that deal.
But,
'cause
but
he
I
was-
will say this though, in their defense, like those outside willow trees and on islands and stuff, like that stuff was like 8, 9
Yeah, well,
foot deep.
he did catch some, and I don't trust me. I don't think he caught all
The
of
lake
them
was
like
way
that.
high,
The lake was way high, and that's
and
the
it wasn't February. It was like March.
no.
was
It was
April.
It was April.
It was
Yeah.
April,
It was
100%.
super
They were
high.
spawning for the most part. The
But-
shad were spawning.
But
Yeah.
there were 3 guys in the top 10 that tournament.
He was one of them.
There were 3 guys in the top 10 that tournament doing something different, and it was probably 5 of us doing it, and 3 of the 5 freaking made the top 10. And I told you, if there had been half the field doing what they were doing, the top 10 would have been 9 out of 10 guys doing it. Don't you agree? But it's hard to figure that out. It's hard to do it, but 100% they would have beat. There was only, I guarantee, maybe 5 guys were doing it.
So
I was doing
So
it.
he won it flipping.
he won him flipping a slither.
I don't know if he was doing it the whole time. I wouldn't put it past him that he was not doing that the whole time, because I don't think he does that the whole time.
They weren't. They're not fishing right now. Call him up.
No, I'm not gonna.
Can we not have a call in?
10 foot.
Is
It's
that
like,
late?
Yes.
yeah.
I thought it was like 7 o'clock.
I do talk to him a lot, but I'm not gonna call him up about that. I will ask him. I'll ask him.
It's been like 10 years ago. He ain't gonna care.
No. I'm saying I'll ask him. He'll tell me.
I think he caught them all flipping. Denny wrecked him in that tournament. Denny had a big tournament.
Yeah, he caught him flipping over there by Peckerwood.
They're
He
flipping
was around
big
there
too.
by
Yeah.
me.
The moral of the story is you can't win flipping here. You can win flipping at Toledo.
They won.
Anymore?
They won a bunch flipping cypress trees one summer.
We didn't win anything.
We didn't win. We just would catch the same amount every tournament.
Yeah.
The exact same
We
amount.
caught a bunch. We never
Catch
could
a
win.
bunch of them.
Never could, and we
It's
hated
because
it.
y'all suck flipping.
Maybe
No,
so.
we won't. Not when you smoke on a bunch of them. Here's the
That
hardest
might be the
flipping.
whole-
Where the big ones were.
Bubba doesn't flip worth a yarn.
Here-
Problem is,
here's the
get my
problem.
Bubba in there.
Bubba just won't
I
go.
was flipping a Carolina rig in there.
Yeah, he's flipping Carolina rig. He's flipping a
6
Bubba.
foot leader.
If
If
you talk to anyone flipping, Brent will say this too. Anybody that lives around Raven, when you talk about flipping, if Russell goes out there and he's like, "Hey, I got a bunch of big bites on the Carolina rig,"
Okay.
and he goes out there the next day, he's like, "Oh man, I got the same amount of bites, but they're all 2-pounders." Does that ever happen? Never.
All right,
Never.
let me-
Hold on. What I'm saying is, you go out there and catch a whole bunch on a chatterbait in the grass. You're like, dude, I had like 7 5-pounders today. Got there the next day. Oh, they're all 2-pounders. Never gonna happen. You go flipping, dude. I had like 3 8s and a 6 today. Go back out there the next day. Never catch one over 2 pounds.
Now,
Yeah.
that's what I see here.
Oh,
that's what I see here.
That's my
That's
whole
what I
point.
see.
It is.
Totally
It
random
is.
in the
And that's
it
why
is
I was
the
like, you
worst.
were like in a 3-day tournament, it's better. And I'm thinking a 3-day tournament's worse, dude. Because if I
No,
come
I'm
here
saying
and
it's
practice
a
3 days, one
3-day
day I'll have like 20.
No, if they're all in the bushes, you can
You can patch together.
you can patch together
some
stuff.
Three 17-pound.
But no, it's crazy. No one ever does that in tournaments. Hardly ever is like catch all those during the tournament
Okay.
because
So-
these guys around here they have no idea like what.
Let's talk
like
about
shaking off fish.
this depth, right? So let's just talk about depth and where biggins live in this lake in the grass. Okay, let's not pay attention to what cover they're in, just the depth that they're in. How many giants y'all catch throughout the year that are like that?
A bunch.
Absolutely, my point. So they've left the hydrilla at that point. Now I realize that we're talking about a little bit different time of year, but they do live shallow on this lake.
100%. The problem is when it's like this, the bushes are this deep. There's about freaking 100 yards of water that deep of solid bushes they can get in.
I agree with that.
You
There's
can't
too
get
much
to
of
them.
it. I agree
You
with that.
cannot get to
Yeah.
them.
I agree with that. There's too much of it.
And like I'll say this on Grand. On Grand, a lot of y'all's places, like the better places, I don't want to say too much, but do this.
They do.
The ones that just do
It's
this.
always about getting to the bank. It's always about getting to the bank. It
You can't
always
get
is.
to, you can't get to the bank.
And
yet.
I agree with that. Like when we were here for the tour event last year, like I think I flipped, honest to God, 4 flips in practice. 4. Like I pulled up to a row, I made 2 flips, and I was like,
My
this is
first
insane.
my first flip was a 3.5 pounder,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Duncan-
never had another bite. doing
Luke
it.
told me he flipped like a 7 pounder, like right off the bat. He was like just all about
There was
it.
one
I was like,
isolated.
Luke,
It
do
was over there
not suck
off
into that.
the forest. One like bush, and I was casting around out there. I'm like, what? I had to rig one up. I flew, boom, and I'm like, oh my god, never had another bite. But it was like I looked around, like that's the perfect bush out there, isolated by itself.
Yeah. I think I flipped that one too in the tournament. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
I actually do know what bush she's talking about.
Yeah, it was all out there by itself.
Maybe.
No, there was another one down on the south end of the forest that you were spinning.
It was on the
close.
south end of the forest.
Yeah, that you
The
were
preacher
spinning.
race.
Yeah, that's where it was.
That's exactly where it was.
Yeah, I saw y'all up in there. I was like, what is
Well,
this?
because I got big.
I was like,
I got bit on that one out,
I
one
run
out
by
there.
and you're flipping. I'm like, he's just messing with me.
Dude,
He's gotta be
yeah.
messing with
I
me.
was-
Because I'm like, there's no way he's flipping
It's a
right
castle
now.
down.
No, man, like there was one, like I was out there and I just
Yeah.
kept on looking at this bush. I'm like, Todd, don't get like, it's 10 foot high. Like, don't get dialed in. Don't get dialed in. So I went up there, bonk. I'm like, oh, it's on. I'm dialed.
I'm serious.
Never had
I'm
another bite.
running from Caney up to Mud, and I pass him, and he's sitting there flipping, and I'm like,
There ain't nobody around me.
I'm like, what is he doing flipping? I'm like, just don't even mind him. Just go do your thing.
That was a mirage.
Just-
I didn't see that. Don't
He's
think
either
about it.
messing with me or like he's doing something. Like
Oh,
he's already
see-
got him figured
See,
out.
that's
and
the
just
big
going.
Todd and I fished for so long together. That's why I was really happy when he and Bass Diesel went on the pro tour, because I didn't have to.
Bass Diesel.
I didn't have to be distracted. Now I'm going to be running around because we're going to run the same like areas most of the time. We end up running across each
not
other.
anymore.
I mean, y'all got some stuff.
It
Whatever.
sucks now. I don't even know what to do.
But I'll see him doing some stuff, and man, like we came up in this bass game in East Texas gear, so I'm like, then I start thinking, like, oh god dang it, he'll spin me out if I'm not careful.
You know how he is.
He probably just do it just to mess
Dude,
with
I've
me.
rolled by him
Yeah.
on Grand before, and he'd be on some of the juice. Like juice, and I mean, it's dirty, and I know what's going down, and I know how to catch them. And I'm rolling by, and I see
You
my
asked
boy
me about
out there
this
on
the other
juice.
day.
Yeah, I did. I rolled by, but they are not eating flipping, okay? They're up there, but they won't touch it. But you roll that old blade by them, and I mean, they're like solo cup deep.
Money.
I roll
And
by
I knew
one
it.
of the juicy spots, and there's a boat sitting out there, and I'm thinking,
I couldn't see the
who's
boat
that
coming.
dirty
I
guy
could hear
out
this
there?
boat coming. And I'm like,
I'm rolling right by him as I come by, and I see that rod go.
on purpose. Hey,
Oh,
big long
flip.
flip too. Big long. Like, you see that? Whoever's driving.
Dude, he's got his rod up there like this, and I'm like, oh, that's Castle Nine. Isn't that idiot's flipping?
Hey, okay, so get this. You're going to love this. Brent knows all about this. So, we catch a couple 30-pound bags, right? I know someone caught a 40-pound bag or whatever. We caught a couple in
Been
a row.
dethroned.
How many 40-pound bags y'all caught on Rayburn?
We never tried to. So,
Oh, here we go. Don't get in that. We don't need another DirecTV story.
when your first 5 fish is 35 pounds, why would you cast again?
Here
Most
we
of
go.
our 35-pound bags were our first 5 fish when we stopped.
Well, if you get beat, somebody with 40.
We ain't never got beat. Let me ask you this.
By the
Okay,
time the
home.
conversation's over.
Before this, how many guys have you known to weigh in multiple 30-pound bags?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you met some over here because we don't go in.
You're talking about 2-day events. You pulled off of them with 35.
No, 1-day events too. Oh, because we caught them the next week too. So when guys are out
Yeah,
there,
I rolled in with a 28, and these Jake legs roll in with 32.
35.
5. And I
Yeah,
had a
that's
10-6.
not- I agree.
And, like,
These
it didn't
bags are
even
not
get-
coming out of bushes. I flipped here.
No, I know, but
They're
my
nowhere
point is,
near that.
like, if you got 35, why would you make another cast? We're just gonna sit there and try to catch them there next week. Why would I ruin that up?
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't. Why would we? We've
Hey,
never
I
tried for
can
40.
promise you, if our first 5 casts of the tournament, our first 5 fish are 35 pounds, I'm going to catch every fish out of the spot.
You can, but I got.
You don't
I
have
got
to
a
live
tournament
it.
next
You're not
week.
coming back. Yeah.
The difference
Why?
is too, how many times did we get caught when we caught 35 pounds?
Exactly.
Not many.
Yeah.
We get off that spot. Why would I sit there and show everyone where we caught it?
It's a whole
So,
different,
It's a whole different
management
game. So here's the deal. When we catch 35,
Those poachers are watching.
poachers are watching. So when we caught 35 one time, we had a big bag and we were,
Hey, poachers.
me and Russell were driving around.
What's a poacher?
Oh,
Listen.
goodness.
I'll get,
Now we're
hey,
going to get to the therapy part.
yeah. So me and Russell drove around and we saw a whole bunch of boats. So that whole for like months, I kept one bait on the front deck of that boat when people drove by us. Well, we didn't think much about it until Roger Bacon came up to Russell one day. He's like, they are selling the heck out of freaking Magnum spoons. Like, you say that around Rayburn, they had sold $10,000 worth of freaking big Magnum spoons.
Wow.
Well, heck, anytime someone drove by me, I just reached down there and got that Magnum spoon, and I throw it about 100 yards in the air, just so you can see that thing just doing this. Like, people would drive by, I'm like, watch this, Russell, watch. And I throw it up in the air and it'd hit the water. I'd just be doing this number, and like, every time someone drove by, I'd just pick up that big spoon and start chunking around. Roger Bacon was like, did he not?
You all right in there?
Hey.
Man, I don't know. This is Glacier.
Okay. Hey, they said they sold, $10,000 worth of the Magnum. You don't ever see nobody throwing them. But man, I laughed so hard, man. When me and Kelly had that big bag, we did in front of Rusty Harvey and
You broke it.
Broke my tomahawk. Man.
We had caught that big bag, so we rolled up into Jackson Hill. There's a whole bunch of boats in there, and I said, Kelly, just throw out the other way with this freaking giant swim bait. We already had we had like a freaking monster bag, so Kelly's out there throwing at people out there Carolina reading with this big monster swim bait. And I'm throwing a frog. And you can't tell with that frog, but every once in a while, like, I'm like, all right, Kelly, get ready. And I just, when you set the hook on a popping frog, you know, it'll blow all that water. I'm like, oh my God, Kelly, throw that in there. And we throw it. Man, we already had our weight. We didn't no bite, no nothing. We do some stupid stuff. People, we hear about it later. And they aren't there throwing top water. It's funny. Hey man, keep them guessing.
He's more secretive than you are.
Huh?
He's more secretive than you are.
Who, Russell?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I throw him off because they don't really know what to think. And then he's just quiet. Works out perfect.
I'm retired.
He ain't even been fishing.
Russell's a strong and silent type.
That's a fact. I don't know how silent he is. He's only silent tonight. Are you scared of the camera?
Yeah, he is.
Because you talk a whole lot more. Like, if that thing hadn't been on, you would have been involved in a whole lot more
He'd
conversation.
have been telling stories about people's dads and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. That big brain you got, you'd have been showing that brain.
Huh?
That big elephant memory would
I
have.
met that guy one time back in 1986.
And his
Yeah, talked to him
dad.
for 5 minutes. His dad owns the farm down there on the corner.
He's got 36 acres. He paid
Yeah.
$26,543 for it, but his uncle split it with him, and he's now got 7 acres over here, and that guy.
But
But
he's there
his
thinking, I thought you said you talked to him for 5 minutes.
Then he'll throw out like a 4-chorus quote from Ghostbusters from 1987.
no, straight up Step Brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would most likely be Step
It'd be Step Brothers.
I
I mean,
For sure.
It's, there's,
I was
I've never seen
worried that
anything
y'all
like
were
it.
gonna get the knife in your leg and you're gonna have to cut around the meat on the.
I was hoping that's what would happen.
Now I got 2 knives in my leg.
We would get folk. I would get people that stay at our camp, and they're like, y'all got some pretty good plaques and stuff and things, but like, what's the deal with the Rayburn map with the 2 knives stuck in the wall? I'm like, oh man, we needed to hang the map.
And what's that monkey do?
Yeah, what's that monkey do? And I still to this day have never understood who wrote that sign.
That is the
That was
greatest
Whit.
sign of all
That was
time.
Whit.
You gotta
Whit.
show that sign, dude. It's great.
Whit? Yeah, Whit did that. I let him roam around the camp.
This
He
is
come
the
run out with
couch.
his-
These are the rocks.
But these are the rock. Yeah, that's how big this place is. That's pretty much it.
It's a map to the house.
It's
We
a-
can write. He can't. He could then. I mean, he could barely write then. He's really gotten a
That
little
makes
bit
a lot
better.
of sense because we never understood what that thing was.
Yeah, it was Whit. Remember, he was climbing the rocks.
Oh
That's
yeah.
all it was.
Well, I still to this day, Jason.
That's what we called him, Sakale, and he was mean mugging.
Oh, yeah.
He's got like the best mean mug.
Jason called me up the other day, and
Call
of
me
course, Michaela and Michael.
What did you just call a crappie?
Sakale.
That's a Sakale. What'd you call a Sakale?
Crappie.
Which is
What the hell's wrong with you, son?
Ain't a damn thing wrong with me.
Sakale.
Shit. Boy, listen. You gonna tell
Ask
me
him to
that
spell it.
crappie is a better name than Sakale?
Ask him to spell it.
Crappie, crappie.
No, crappie's what you
Sakale.
do after you
Specs.
have some tomatoes.
That is a fish. Seriously, that fish it's called specks. It's a part of the country. I think it's Florida. It's Florida where they call them
Some
specks.
Zawali tamales.
It's Florida where they call them specks.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is.
Yeah,
Florida.
it is.
Okeechobee, they're all speck fishing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds.
In Georgia,
gotta go see-
Virginia, and Tennessee, they're all crappie fishing.
Crappie, yeah, that's all
Crappie.
Carolinas.
Yeah,
all that,
crappie
yeah.
fishing.
You got to go see Billy Howell if you want to go speck fishing.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah.
speck fishing.
Speck fishing. Does he? Oh yeah, you're talking about
Those are real
saltwater
specks.
Speckled trout.
Like real specs.
They're crappie in
Real
Oklahoma.
specs.
Those are real.
Y'all call them succoleys in Louisiana. But nowhere else would they call them succoleys.
Well, that's
Well,
because
that's because everybody's wrong.
Hey, y'all got the natty to prove it this year, don't you?
That's right.
The champs in
You
here.
dirty cheat.
They had to get a transplant from Ohio State to win. Just throwing it
Listen.
out there.
He's a Joe Burrow now with the EA.
No, he's not. Not at all.
yeah,
Joe Burrow is like
Listen, he got
Hall
his
of
paper.
Fame.
Honorary.
yeah, he is. But he's got to
He's
Louisiana
crawfish and
for the rest of
gumbos
his
the
life.
rest of his life.
Yes,
What?
100%.
The rest of his life. It don't matter if crawfish are like 3 months out of season. Oh, we got fresh ones right here live.
Here you go, Joe. I remember that game. I was watching from the 118th row.
You
From
can
the
just
shrimp
travel
boat.
from Paris to Paris eating.
Listen, bro. So I live outside of Houston. All right, southwest side.
Southwest.
Southwest side.
That's Texas.
Yeah, of Houston. Listen, I'm gonna bring it back.
They're crappie in Texas. They're not sockeye.
Listen,
Yeah, they are.
I done
Are you
moved on.
confused? Where you live?
No, man, I done moved on from this conversation. I'm talking about Coach O
Okay.
and the LSU Mighty Fighting Bengal Tigers.
Mighty fine.
Bingo.
Hey,
It's like
Was
the
there
Mighty
an
Dog.
in
go
there?
Tigers.
Go Tigers! So, I'm driving to work.
This is how we all met. You remember? In the
Oh, I'm
hotel
sure we were
room?
fighting about the same thing.
The LSU game
Yeah.
was on that night.
Oh,
and
you
and
still
he
suck.
was yelling.
Go Tigers.
Like the 2 national titles y'all won last. You had to beat on us to get it.
You know it, son.
Son, you beat on us this time.
Just up and away is all.
the first one you didn't beat on us. We had Jason White. We was good.
Yeah, we were just on the way to add to the,
But we had to play y'all in New Orleans, and that,
Ooh, yeah, that was a
dirty.
bad deal.
Dirty.
That was tough. Same way, I'm
2 hours.
driving to
It's
work the
over,
other
just
day,
over an hour.
and a helicopter flies over,
Helicopter.
passing right by the little high school by my house. A purple helicopter flies over the road and lands on the practice
Were they
field.
coming to take you home?
They're bringing Burrow.
Yeah. Coach O was coming over. Sue was making a gumbo. He wanted to eat, you know. But no, they were
I cannot
this
believe that he was the assistant coach at Waterboy and he got the head coaching job at LSU.
Listen, man, the American dream, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It's America. It's just
It's
things
America.
happen. Things happen. Coach O was at my little
That's
high
why
school
SEC wanted A&M so much, so they could open up that Houston area and rob his university from all their
all day.
studly players that
Every
they
day.
recruited and never turned in anything for 20
Well, the girls are
30
pretty
years.
in Baton Rouge. That's the thing. I mean,
Do
you
what?
bring in some A&M. Then you got all them Texas boys that are like, man, I want to go over there with the cheerleaders are wearing white tights and they're dudes. or
What?
Just say,
just stick with me, Hall. Okay?
No,
I'm having a hard time
And
following.
they're dudes.
Stick with me, Bushy. All right, Bushy. Just stay on track, Bushy. Listen, Bushy.
I can see us on the day of the tournament with up there with 5 fish that weigh 8 pounds and him going, how's them bushes, Bushy? He's got 33. Him and Kelly.
No.
It's
I went and rescued this puppy from the bank,
Yeah.
and I saw this 8-pounder sitting under some hay grass. And I was like, "Hey, I need to go throw Carolina rig out in the 18-foot of water." I think that's what it is. And I don't know. I threw out there, broke one
I'm
off.
gonna find an otter tangled up in some fluorocarbon, hung up on a stump.
A baby seal.
Yeah.
A freshwater seal.
He was eating a crawfish, and I knew I needed to throw a jig.
Yeah. It was a purple
I think
crawfish.
he'd have jumped in and fought him for that crawfish.
I'm gonna have a little pie. We're gonna boil one crawfish.
Someone bring some rice. Someone bring some rice.
Some rice.
Yeah, cook some rice.
Yeah, they're crawdads everywhere else, right? They're crawfish.
Listen, you can't argue with me on the credentials of what a crawfish is supposed to be called.
I give you that. Because I've been down there, it's like my favorite food. I ain't arguing. They crawfish.
But just like you can't argue with him, like when they got tornadoes, that's about it, right? Just tornadoes.
Yeah, I call it tornado because, you know, that's your
Mascot.
That's what y'all are good at.
That's what y'all got.
Producing tornadoes.
Oh man, them things scare me. I grew up in a trailer. You want to talk about a nightmare, bro?
Set that sucker out there in the panhandle of
Dude,
Oklahoma.
that movie Twister.
You have more than a nightmare. You have a reality.
A death
He
wish
started
is what you
there, and
got.
that's how he got in Oklahoma. I mean, in Louisiana. He was in a
Yeah, trailer house. No wonder you grew up with nightmares.
There's no place like home.
Yeah. That's where Dorothy was, just
Oh,
north
man.
there in Kansas, right across the border.
No good, man. No
So
good.
funny.
I feel like this has been a good therapy session. I think we spent 3 minutes on bass.
Yeah.
I got my anger
Hour
out.
and a half on DirecTV.
I got my anger out on DirecTV.
I don't know. I slept through the second half of that.
Hey, y'all gotta take it easy on Todd. He has to set the scene for everybody. You know, the wind was blowing, there was a cloud in the sky, and there were some limbs falling on the roof.
And I remember 3 years before then, I flipped on the left side and caught one.
Exactly.
And then Russell goes, no, it was on the right side. Don't get me
That
get
is
on that
true.
one. That's the best.
That is true.
That's the best when they start arguing over a fact.
Over a fact.
And me and Kelly would be sitting there like, okay, well, there's not two facts. There's only one fact. But I don't know who to believe because they both have a lot of conviction right now.
Let's talk about this. Where's Kelly right now?
Oh, big
Sleeping.
Big perm.
Snoring.
What time is it?
It's late 11:09.
Has he got the machine hooked up right now?
No.
He doesn't have a machine. He needs one.
He don't need one when he's at his house. Like, he's making that whole thing freaking rumble right now.
Dude, that...
He's got them chimes. He's got them chimes because them chimes are getting it right now.
Oh, they getting it.
So is he Toledo right now?
No, he's in Crowley.
Oh, really?
He's
Yeah.
up there snuggled up with Mama.
He's been.
Mama Bear.
We've had him working too hard.
He's gonna bring
He
some
was like, I
boudin.
called him at 7 o'clock. I got some boudin.
He was waiting to get in that
Box right there,
store.
5 pounds of it.
In what
I'm gonna
store?
send some home with you.
Place in
You a good guy.
Venice.
You give me I need
I'll get you a suckalai tomorrow. I'll fillet it.
Listen,
I'll
bro.
fillet it for
I'll
you.
give you
Bring
one
a
link.
suckalai.
One link per bush referral. You get me.
Bush referral?
Yeah,
Bush
like,
referral.
like that's a good bush. You flipping that bush, you can catch a bass. That earns you one link of quality, genuine, Cajun certified boudin.
Because they get the boudin at the same corner in Louisiana. Am I right?
The same little town.
You and Kelly do?
Mm-hmm.
That boudin's incredible.
You stopped there, did you? Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
stopped-
loaded up. Yeah, I spent like
Billy's.
$350.
Billy's?
Yeah, I
Oh, yeah.
had 2 ice chests full of nothing but boudin.
That's right. I got.
He went out of his way from Florida.
Yeah.
Stop
I
in
drove
Louisiana.
all the way over there just to get the
Did you?
boudin. Oh,
Hey, bro. I mean, we'll put something in the mail, man. You
I
know
was
what
on
that
my way, kind of, sort of.
Kind of,
smell.
sort
I
of.
went 4 hours.
I had a
on the way
trophy and a
there, but
$100,000 check. I wasn't in a hurry.
Oh, dang.
I told my son.
Dang. He went right there. I like that.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's good
Man,
stuff.
I even drove out of my way because, like, you know how New Orleans sits down south,
Yeah, it's horrible.
right?
No one
but
drives
you come
through New
across
Orleans.
I-10.
12.
Hammond.
It's 12.
Hammond. You go right
No,
through
you
Hammond.
stay on 10 to
You
go to
go-
Oklahoma if you're coming from Florida.
No, you stay on 12.
12
you
is the one that
bypass
goes
10.
straight. 10 goes down to
Through
the
Hammond.
Yeah, that's right. 12
Through
goes straight
Hammond.
and 10, but
Yeah.
that's right. So my aunt was with me, and we were driving back from Florida after the one at Okeechobee, and we spent the night right there on the Mississippi, Louisiana line, and got the next morning, had some coffee, and we was driving, we were talking,
Like
and having a
Gulfport?
good time. This car just passes me like a dang maniac. I'm like, what the heck? I'm talking like on the right side, on the shoulder. And I mean, I got cruise control set at like 75, 80. I'm kicking it. There was a truck on the left side, didn't have time, so just hit the shoulder and went. We're rolling on down, I'm driving, and we're talking, having a good time. And this bus with no top on it, and I don't know, all kinds of, I don't know what you call it, graffiti, paper, yellow and purple's flying around. There's people inside of it, 8 o'clock in the morning, they're drinking.
Some streamers.
Yeah, and I'm like, what?
You mean a float?
Yeah, a float, but going 70 mile an hour down the interstate.
yeah.
We get a little closer. I'm driving, you know, and when you're driving on 12, you know, it's nothing but swamp and basically a bridge all the way across it, basically, right?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. I'm driving and I see this big old building. I'm like, what's that doing out here in the swamp? I said, Cindy, what is that? She goes, I don't know. I said, that's a damn Superdome. I said, we're in New Orleans. And she goes, and it's Mardi Gras. The folks were everywhere.
That's what it was. They were all going downtown.
I said, we might as well just stay. I mean,
You
that's
should.
how far.
I mean, did you walk around with your trophy? I would have.
Oh, I wanted to stay
He's
so
gonna say
bad.
something else.
Stay so bad, but we didn't. We kept going. But it made sense while them people was passing snacking crazy.
It's- you know what?
It was actually Mardi Gras.
You
That
know,
was
Tuesday
it.
is Mardi Gras. This coming Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to drop some fat bass on y'all. No relation. Like, totally off
So how
topic.
many cash you gonna make tomorrow in the bush?
Ooh. I don't know. I'm gonna let Kelly be my designated bush flipper.
How many cash will Kelly make in the bush tomorrow?
He gonna make some bush flipping. He's gonna do some of that. Yeah.
I probably
If he's-
won't do very much of that.
If he does it and he's getting bit, then I'll do it.
I can
I'll try
promise
to-
you,
we'll try to-
I'll never
because I don't have
flip
it.
in a bush.
I'm not gonna do it unless he can get bit doing it. And the only reason I'll do it is so that
Because you ain't
we've
got bit
some-
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I ain't got bit all day. And so if we've got something going on, we've got something else in that area to go do. Because he's going on other than the lake.
There'll
I'm
be
gonna
some
able to do that
designated
lake.
bushes around that they gotta go flip.
Yeah, like some boudin bushes.
Mm-hmm.
Like some like, yeah. I'd swap a link of boudin for that bush.
Yeah. There are a few of them out there.
There's some out there.
But
There's
they,
some
they
little
are
stretches.
consistent. I mean, I've seen
They
them
are,
too many
man.
times.
The-
They're
the-
consistent.
I wouldn't feel bad about doing
I'd feel a lot better if you didn't get to practice. And you went and started, if it was a bass champs and you didn't get to practice and you went out there flipping bushes right off the bat and you'd already been here the week before and you know every bush on this lake.
I know
yes.
enough about this lake that if I hadn't practiced, I ain't starting in the bush.
Well, I know what I'm saying is that, like, if no one's been out there on this lake, the problem is, hey, y'all don't know about this. Me and Andrew know about this. Eddie's,
oh, yeah.
Ellisor, Eddie's, I don't know who it's, man, I bet you know who he is. Brown. Why can't I think of his first name now? Anyways, I saw him today. I hadn't seen him in 10 years. They're related. Anyways, he's got his son's down here fishing the high school tournament tomorrow. Or Saturday, I said.
It's on Toledo.
No.
Yeah, it is. You're right. The Southeast Texas High School tournament's on Toledo. The THSB, the Texas High School Bass Association, is on. I said, how many boats y'all got in there? He's like, teams. He's like, about 153.
About. That's
So-
pretty specific.
You know, I know he did, and he did to that about 153.
And I was like-
wow, that's like oddly specific.
He's
for
like, yeah,
just-
there's not that many schools, like 17 schools. I'm like, y'all got 153 teams. There'll be 153 high school,
Stick
out
them
of
all
Castle
tomorrow.
Boykins.
and they were all
Stick 'em all
all out of Castle Boykins, and like those guys were here today,
Yeah. They
so
did
they'll
their
be
own
out there
thing.
tomorrow.
They can't fish today, can they?
Well, they were here today,
Yeah, they were
That's
there.
that's the whole difference in this lake.
so
This
there'll
lake-
be 153 other teams out there, high school kids, that will get to start on the north end before any of us, if that matters. There's going to be all them people on the.
They're
That's
just
the
gonna get-
problem
they're just
now.
gonna get in your way.
That's the problem now. All this stuff, man. Rayburn is getting pressured like no other lake in the
It's
country
getting,
right now.
You show up on this lake on Tuesday and Wednesday is
Unreal.
180 degrees different on Saturday.
Not anymore.
and Sunday.
No, not anymore.
Tuesday, Wednesday is just loaded.
No, me and Jason were talking about this. It don't matter. Before you used to be able to catch them on this lake during the week. Not anymore. There's boats out there every freaking day. Now they got a little 4-day rest period. But I'm just telling you, like on a normal deal.
But tomorrow, people will be out there practicing, and all those easy ones gonna get a hook in their face.
They gotta go see what that fish is. They
I
gotta go.
gotta see.
Ooh,
I gotta
ooh!
see.
I got bit. It's 11 o'clock. I can get bit all day, but I gotta set the hook to see if it's a big one. If I want to start right here, dude, you ain't got bit all day. You're gonna still set the hook. Like I always tell people, like you don't ever set the hook. I'm like I ain't that good. I don't have 14 places I gotta go check to see if there's big ones on that. I got usually one spot, and I'm just hoping one's still sitting there. I ain't got a hook on right now.
Oh, I got a bunch of hooks on.
We just want
They all brand new
I'm gonna
hooks,
catch
too.
every one of them. Just
I
gonna
would
set the
too.
hook on every one of them. Screw it.
I would too. I'd do it. Every one of them bushes, one of them sneaky bushes, I'd set the hook on it.
So how much you been out here fishing? A bunch, huh?
No, I just fished 2 days for that BFL. I fished 2 days for that. Practiced 2 days. The first time I practiced 2 days in this lake in 6 months. Other than that, I hadn't been out. I fished another BFL in January that I did not practice for, and then other than that, I didn't practice for the one me and Jason won in December. Oh, after that, we did go one day. We did go one day and practice for that.
And
So,
I mean,
so
I
about
fished
2
it in
days, 2 days a
December.
month. 2 days a
Sure,
month is what I've
December.
averaged.
And me and Kelly fished here and sucked. And that's all I fished.
Did you
in
fish
like
with
3 or
him at
4
Toledo last weekend?
Yeah, y'all weren't in the. I didn't see y'all's names.
13 and a half.
Drop shot on them stumps in
No,
there.
dude, I freaking spinnerbaited them up on some pad stems. But I just didn't have enough. The problem was
He's about to tell me. I heard. Yeah, I know where they are. He gonna tell me for that BFL next weekend.
the problem was
I know where it is.
The problem was
I watched it come out.
we got Problem was we got bit out there deep on some juice.
No, screw that.
Like shook some stuff off in practice.
They're leaving that stuff up.
Like, but this was last weekend. We got bit on Saturday, it was Sunday tournament. Got bit on Saturday out there on the nectar. Russell Cecil quote. Like, that's my new word, nectar. Bit on the nectar, dude. We're like, hammer hole stuff. Like 3 or 4 bites. Which is good. different
Toledo on them bites.
Yeah, like on them, 2 or 3 different spots.
Like that's
like
Toledo on
bit.
them right now. Yeah.
No, like
yeah.
getting bit in 2 or 3 different spots on the same stuff. And so we blew a lot of times no bites. So I was like, dude, we got to bail. I said, I know a guy. I channeled my inner Hallman, and I just put my spinnerbait on, went up there in the dirt. We only caught 13 half, but all I need was a 5-pounder and
I'm
I had 17
gonna go up there, and then I'm
I
gonna
had
go.
a dink.
I'm gonna go up there, and then I'm gonna go to that other place too. To get something around this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna practice one day there, and one day.
Oh yeah, because if you practice one day there, and they're there, they're there. But I don't know, man. There's nothing but a bunch of sticks there.
There?
A bunch of dirt. Hey, but they got to go up there.
So he was talking like
They
this
know where
long
else to
before
go.
he met you, apparently. This all started with Brent, probably. And then you always just shook your head and went, well,
With what?
Yeah,
just y'all, it's there.
Well, no, because the only reason I met Russell was through Brent.
They're there.
Choke Canyon.
Really?
Choke Canyon. Oh.
The one Kelly won?
Yeah, the one Kelly won. That was me and Kelly.
Dude, looking back,
Yeah.
like, how
crazy is that?
we've all now.
Listen, me and
That
Kelly.
one stupid tournament, I met you,
Yeah.
and I met my partner who I fish with now at that same tournament.
Me and Kelly met each other at Amstead. We were staying next to each other. And for whatever reason, I don't even remember why, but he was like, we just decided, hey, let's room together next year in the coasters. So we rolled up to Choke Canyon, and me and Kelly stayed together. Chris Fontenot stayed on Chris Fontenot stayed on a freaking air mattress in that place. I don't even remember why, but anyway, so he stayed there, and like I'll never forget driving down to that stop sign where it tees, like we drive away from that tournament, and you went all the way down there and it tees, and pretty much you have to go left to town or whatever.
In Three Rivers?
Yeah, like coming from the lake, like that long
Coming
road
out
that
the
goes
ramp.
to out the ramp, and it tees.
Oh.
And I'll never forget, I had to get out and do something. And I'm like, who's leading this thing? They're like, Kelly Owens. I'm like, that's my roommate. I said, what's he got? I'm like, what?
He
Smashed everyone. And I'm like, I don't remember him telling me he was on that kind of weight, because we had worked pretty good together. Because it was funny. I was like, hey man. We've been fishing for like 2 or 3 days and hadn't caught a fish. Russell's in Vegas. No, Vegas. Russell has no idea how bad the tournament is.
Big, like, nasty cold front came
Yeah, so Russell's in Vegas. He had practiced 2 weeks before, thinking the lake's like the best lake in the country. And so we're all out there, and it's like 25 degrees. And we had all had like a bite or 2 a day. And I'm like, I was idling around out there. I'm like, what's a fish out here? I'm 30 something. So I went and got a drop shot. I had to like go back to my truck, get a drop shot. And I'm like, I caught 2, like right off the bat. And I'm like, Kelly, throw a drop shot, man. Like, they're out there. Kelly don't listen. He listened to me, but he's like, screw you throwing a drop shot. Like, so he went up there and kind of messed around. He's like, hey man, just go throw that drop shot, like kind of shallow, like 8-14. It don't matter. So I started throwing it up there, no big deal. Well, he went around this little place and got a couple bites, and then I think he said he had this like boat ramp. He got a bite, like he was all kind of whatever. But he said he's like, I think I know where there's some fish
around
at.
here.
He just rolls up there, the crankbait, freaking
Rolls up there with that
6-pounder,
deep little end,
14. He had like a 14 plus 3-pounder. I mean, it was like ridiculous. Like he was just. I lost 2 12-pounders today, Todd, or I'd really be leaving.
That's because he had too much parabolic bend.
Dude, he's the only guy I know
Too
that's
much
ever.
parabolic.
Dude,
Way too much.
he had like a 12 one day or an 11, and he said he lost.
Giants.
He's like, Todd, I lost 2 over 10 like every day.
Giants.
Well, I get Brent. So
Remember on Buzzcraft? I'll say it too. Buzzcraft came in there and was Buzzcraft absolutely.
I'm saying
on day 2
on YouTube.
Buzzcraft zeroed on day 1 up north. Drove down there on day 2. Saw Kelly, who's in the lead by 1,400 pounds, and starts doing circles around him.
Dude, on him.
And like Steven Johnston was there. Steven Johnston like freaking chewed him out, and he was like, "What are you thinking?" Never left. Just did circles around Kelly. Kelly freaking winged on him again, 30-something pounds.
Buzz crawl.
I draw my pro that day.
I don't know what that means.
You did what?
Because I was a co-angler.
You did what?
Oh yeah, listen to this.
And
Listen to
I get like I drew this guy's name. I was like, okay, Russell Cecil or whatever. I'm just guy.
I know who he is, but you don't
And
know who he is.
So I go back to the room. I was like, man, who's this guy, Russell Cecil? And Todd's like, oh man, Russell Ketchum. Like Russell Ketchum's like, I don't know. I hadn't read stats. I don't. I mean, I'm just
Never spoke to him. Lived 20 minutes from him, but I don't speak to him.
Yeah. So I get in the boat with Russell, and I was there with Todd. I fished and practiced, and like sucking.
well, I told him he's like, it sucks. I was like, dude, we're gonna catch him.
Dude, he was.
He hadn't practiced at all. Like he
Dude.
said 2 weeks ago, and it was awesome.
Look, bro, I walked up to his boat, and I could see confidence just. It was so much. It was just steaming off.
But you remember,
He had that look. He was like.
But you remember in practice, like every day sucked. In the final day of practice, like the last couple hours, it was like, don't. I'm like, man, this is kind of good. I'm gonna start right here, and it was good. Like it was slowly getting better.
Dude, what I remember about the deal is I had one spot that was pretty good that we started on that morning. So I pull up there and I fire a trap up there. And I got one, and I don't even say anything to Brent. I reel it up there, and I sling it in the boat. And he's like, "Hey, dude, every one of these is gonna be important. I'll net them. I'm a good net man."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Well, that was bigger than I thought. I guess I just do it.
It's like a 3 3/4, dude. Just boat flipped it on a trap after we like fished for days and got 2 bites.
He's in South Texas.
He's ready to bass angles.
He's ready to load it up.
But here's the problem. He's got Brent, who is not your normal co-angler, out there
where'd you catch that first big
throwing drop
set
shots and
spot?
stuff.
No, it was around the corner from the first spot. Like we fished this first stretch, and then we wrapped around that point, and Russell was throwing it.
Yeah, but I gotta say something. Like he's not a co-angler. He fishes with me. Like we just power fish all the time. So like anyone else doesn't get in Russell's boat with a 1 ounce spinnerbait and start slinging the biggest bait they have.
Well,
but Brent does.
Big
But didn't you catch them both on that?
I
You
caught
got the
both my
first-
big ones.
did you?
Both big spinnerbait.
I thought you put it on when I went to
who's
that
this
real
co-angler
windy
throwing a
spot.
1 ounce spinnerbait
I
out there?
caught a
Like,
half-ounce spinnerbait. I
Screw
caught the
this
first
like-
one on a half-ounce
Okay,
spinnerbait.
because we went to that real windy spot, and if you'll remember, I'm like, "Hey, dude, I can't even throw in the juice. You got to throw that way." He fires that big spinnerbait out there. I got one.
I remember the funniest thing I remember about that whole deal is Russell telling the story to his buddies, who I didn't know at the time, and he goes, "This guy pulls out a spinnerbait this big and catches a 6-pounder." I didn't hear him say it. We got a spinnerbait this big.
Well, but when we go, I seriously think that I have 13 pounds, and that he's got 2 that weigh more because he only caught 2.
I thought he caught 3.
Did you have 3?
I caught like a 6 on a half-ounce spinnerbait, and I caught like a 6 3/4 on a 1 ounce spinnerbait, and then I caught like 14 inches.
Okay.
Were you leading it or second?
I was like on up there.
I thought you were second. Or
Well,
something.
we get there to the dang weigh-in,
Or
and
3.
I'm like, "This dude's got 3. I got 13 pounds. I caught a limit or however many I caught. I don't even know how many I caught." And I'm like, "This dude's got 3 that weigh more than my 5." I said, "He pulled out a spinnerbait this big and caught one this long."
Yeah, the wind was blowing, dog. You just got to put some more weight so you can chunk it.
Yeah.
That's chunking, dude.
South Texas.
He was wailing on me too, man. You were like whacking on him.
I don't remember. I caught a bunch on that first spot.
Oh man, he pulled up.
He was like, "See, I told you." It had gotten bad. Like that day 1 was
Dude, I
really
was like-
good, but it had sucked so bad.
Literally,
The water was like 49 degrees in practice.
Literally, he pulled up to a spot that you and I like.
No, we never went over there.
Dude,
I don't think we ever went over that part of the lake. That side of the lake. It was on the south side, right? Like the
I can't
opposite
remember
side.
things. Maybe not.
Just by the dam.
But he pulled up.
Yeah, I don't think I fished any
It
of
was
that
like
stuff.
on the east side.
Yeah, I fished
lake.
everything with the big creeks.
Is it that 4 fingers, whatever that place is? over
Across
there?
from it?
No, it was in there.
That place even have water.
I thought you were on the opposite
Dude,
side.
actually,
of the
they're
Kelly was.
catching them in there again.
I thought you were
I
too.
heard they were catching them there.
I
Again.
went
Like, they're starting to get
over
back
there.
again.
Yeah.
Is there some
Like
grass?
it's been, it
Yeah.
sucked since then.
I don't know how you fished. There were like 5 footers
Well,
that
at
day.
that time,
big
and
ones
then
that
had a
day.
drought.
Remember?
Right.
Yeah.
A
It
big
was like
drought.
coming in, I almost spit
Just
away.
killed
Coming-
it.
we
And
left
it's come
early.
back up 3 or
And-
4
and
years.
then
I
he
think
caught
some grass
that
growing.
one.
I was in
Grass
Possum.
growing.
I fished Possum the
where
whole
you
time.
were.
Inlet and
'Cause I
then
got
over
bit
there
there,
where
and
you
I
go
got
on
bit
to-
where Bever was.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, I said, Bever, I
been
hadn't
on
seen
top.
you this whole tournament. Are you under that bridge on the left? He's like, yep. I was like, on the final day.
Underneath it,
Well, no,
yeah.
man,
And I
he's
stayed
got
out.
pictures
I stayed on
every
the other
night,
side.
Right, I know you were on the right, and he was on
Well,
the
I
left.
was
Really? So
on
it's
the
good.
left
It's
was the
good
best
again.
side. I fished a little on the right, and then the next creek
Man,
creek south I could
Kelly
get
and I
bit
been talking
into.
about going down there over New Year's. We're talking about Falcon now.
They are catching them at choke.
A choke is
Dude.
good again.
By the way,
Choke
We're
is
gonna
good
have
again.
a platinum at Choke next year.
Yes.
the last day, Kelly was leading by so much weight. I did make the top 10, and I obliterated him the last day. I had like 28.
Kelly had to weigh in 114 incher to beat him.
Yeah, I was the only guy that got Kelly out of his seat.
Yeah.
He had like,
He only had 15 the final day.
yeah, he won. He,
By 14 and
he
like 14
beat me like
pounds.
by 12 pounds.
No, like 14. Like you
Equal in the grass.
barely.
Yeah.
He beat me by 12 pounds.
I finished 7th.
They're in
I stayed in 7th the whole
Yeah.
first 7th after day 1, 7th after day 2, 7th after day 3. I never moved.
There's not much. There's not much.
That spot where you caught that last big one on that spinnerbait, I blasted him the last day.
I remember talking to you and
Because
you
the wind
freaking
quit
wrecked him.
blowing.
Because
Blowing.
I got the co-angler dirty. I ended up just out and some guy.
Did you make the
fishing
cut? You made the
No,
cut.
because I fished with somebody
Oh,
the next day.
that dude that said that same spot all day long.
I said,
I know who
I'm
he
sorry.
was too.
I keep
You all right.
jacking up
You
your
all right.
arm.
You're so dang
You
big.
said snuggling with him and stuff.
Dude, I said
Out deep, catching
out
nothing.
deep on 1 point and 30 feet of water.
And you ended up catching some
for
fish.
8 hours. I caught a limit. This guy had 1 fish. I caught a limit.
I thought you caught 2 or 3
No, I caught like
for like 6 pounds or something.
4 or 5. Yeah, I had like 6 or 7 pounds. I remember catching some fish,
I don't think that was
whatever it was, but I just remember I didn't make the cut.